Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects and mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
What's going on, dudes? Man. Oh,
dudes.
God, I had so much fucking freedom. It just freedom, dude. Freedom. Y'all,
week for freedom.
It is a week of freedom. Welcome to WTF Nation Radio's 6th July broadcast, 2017 Sergeant's Time, and we got freedom. You know what I'm saying? Freedom.
Some of us are still hungover.
Oh my God, dude! I'm just drinking water. Everyone's looking at me. Hey, you're right, Storm. Shut up! I'm fucking too much freedom. You gotta love all this freedom.
Freedom.
Fucking freedom. You can never be never be hungover on freedom. Broadcasting always from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence here at WTFNationRadio.com. Use our WTF moments. Yes, we have to fucking play disclaimers now. Because people cry. You hear, that's right. Oh, poor little. Oh, people are upset because of what we play now and fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. Not gonna change our fucking way just because somebody got upset about some shit. Tough shit. Fuck it.
Fuck you.
Didn't fucking like it. Yeah. Hell, hey, from across the pond as well. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for joining us on WTF Nation Radio. And exactly, can never have too much freedom. So
I'm a rebellious rebel.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, I'm feeling quite. Did you feel quite traitorous? I mean, were you seditious and were you throwing tea and shit? Matter of fact, I'm drinking tea right now.
So am I.
I had to, man. I'm freaking dehydrated as fuck, dude. Oh.
Drake was chugging bottles of water.
Yeah, he's sitting there going, "Oh, hey, no, he's got bottled water and shit." Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, nice cubes.
Take you out, dude. Do it with some style.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got style, man. Yeah, dude, it's fucking just a lot of freedom. Love me some freedom. If you guys have not been paying attention to the world, I guess everyone's freaking the fuck out. They've just been released. CNN just broke that I guess Putin has connections to Russia, so I guess that's what's the big news right now.
No,
dude, I'm telling you, I'm so fucking tired of that fucking drama. I really the fuck am. Yeah, I don't even know if there's any other news going on anymore. You know what I mean? Is there any news going on?
In Russia, that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. So.
Well, we need to see the emails.
Yeah, I need to see proof. You know what I'm saying? Proof in the tooth. Because I really don't care. I mean, I just want to know what's going on. We want to try to give you guys the most up-to-date information from U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTFNationRadio.com. Trying to grab you all the fucking news, and then it's good to go.
We have a sponsor for the show.
Oh, wait, what? We have a sponsor for the show? Oh, what do you got?
Dude, episode of Sergeant's Time is brought to you courtesy of #BurnItIn. Whether it's fuck your parachute or giving your wife gonorrhea before you go on deployment, burn it in.
Well, funny you mentioned that because that's what we're going to talk about. Boy, the Army's pretty butthurt right now about some parachutes. I don't know why, but the Army right now is charging them.
G10 for G11.
Well, no, these are the G11 cargo parachutes that were rigged incorrectly, I guess, when they dropped for Operation, I don't know, Badger Saber or whatever the hell it is. I have no idea. All I know is that shoots were fucking. Yes, he has been in contact. Ice loves MPs. He has been in contact with the MPs. More to follow on that one. Be prepared to see the bat signal on that one.
Shit.
Yeah. So the kid that was, I guess, one of the riggers involved in setting up that airdrop that happened in Hohenfels that, I don't know, probably hit 1 million or so fucking views on U.S. Army WTF Moments and CNN, Fox. You know, those guys. They actually are trying to charge the guy with fucking a bunch of gross negligence charges, and saying that he was negligent in rigging this equipment. Now, of course, they're all gonna put on this one guy, which is I don't want to say it's kind of funny, but it's kind of fucked up that you're gonna pin. Well, yeah, exactly. There should be more people involved. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but I think that there, in an environment like that, there should be some warrant officers bit involved too. I'm just saying.
Isn't there a loadmaster or some shit?
Well, see, the way it works is that, let me see, how can I do this? Okay, so a lot of the when cargo is rigged for an airdrop, there's a lot of checks that are involved. I mean, it's not just one guy. There's just one buck sergeant loading them shits up, and that's it, right? It is actually a series of individuals that conduct inspections to ensure that the load is properly rigged and then hooked up. What the issue is that everyone's talking about is, I guess, the video of an individual in the video, which, going back through some of our WTF Nation archives, you realize, oh, shit, yeah. Somebody was saying, now watch this. Almost sounds like they were trying to, anticipate this event was going to happen. And then he's like, now watch the next one. Like he was narrating and all that. And
well, the guy that was videoing it.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can I toot my own horn for a second?
Toot it, brother.
You're welcome. The whole reason that video got the exposure that it got is because of this guy.
Yes.
I had a friend.
Oh.
Who is a friend of the guy shooting the video.
Oh, quiet. Go ahead. Go on.
He showed me the video, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude, you got to send that to U.S. Army WTF moment. He's like, well, I don't know. Here, you take it, you do it. So I sent it in. And the shit went viral and snowballed from there. So the reason the entire world saw that video is because of Mike Dahl.
That's right. Bringing you the premiere in WTF fuckery. I mean, we're not talking. No, can't. We're not talking about bed bugs and HRC. We're talking about Humvees falling from the sky, son.
It's raining fucking Humvee. So the guy that shot the video did come under investigation. He did. I know this firsthand. He was subject to a 15-6 investigation. They found that he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because he was on the ground and did not have. He was an observer controller. He did not have any direct contact with the rigging or the mishap that happened. He was under a 15-6 investigation for conduct because he was laughing about it. That was the worst thing that they got him on.
Oh my God. Well, the biggest thing is that they're actually also trying to they're also trying to find out who the fuck was who recorded it. Like who, not the guy who was laughing, but who was the guy that recorded it.
Same guy.
Well, come on, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's still under investigation. You're trying. This guy's gonna face 10 years. 10 years for record.
Well, they can't tell anything from the video.
Well, I mean, let me make that correction. The guy who is being charged of the faulty rig is gonna get charged for 10 years, not the guy recording it. That's where the Army's next investigation is at. Is trying to find out who the fuck was the one that sent it in and who was the one that was the one recording it, because for some reason, I don't know why, reasons I guess, they're trying to get that vid, dude, no one's gonna tell you shit, so you might as well not even stop. You could stop. I mean, you might as well not. You stop asking, all right? Sorry, dude. I'm fucking tired. It's been one of those days. Dude. I really am. Lots of freedom. Lots of freedom. You cannot OD on freedom. Man, I love me some freedom.
And even as close to the original video as I am, I still don't know who the guy is. So don't even ask me.
Well, being part of the WTF Nation enterprise and being part of the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence, we are bound by ensuring that all of our content and informants or I should say sources, no, can't say sources, our confidants, I guess you'd say, are kept in strict, confidence, and that's why we were able to. You're right, it was, Tim. It was fucking epic, dude. Epic.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was epic. Some of the photos that we still have is fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Matter of fact, they were so hilarious that it was so hilarious on hilarious. No, really, I don't. Stop. You're not going to get in any of this information and trying to nail the guy. Now, I get it. If it's somebody who faulted the rig, then I can actually see them going after somebody because, the military actually has checks and balances, which I'm kind of glad people are getting fucking busted for shit because before people used to never get busted for anything. They used to have a safety investigation, a collateral investigation, and then that's it. They to see what was the procedures, and then they'll say operator error, and then that's it or whatever. I'm kind of glad that if there was negligence involved, I mean, if there was some sort of malice behind that cargo drop, then I hope somebody does get fucking nailed because it could have presented a hazard on the drop zone. Although there are no, I mean, you will have that one idiot that will cross the drop zone during a heavy drop. Just to let me get a better picture. It could have been fucked up if one of those Humvees landed on somebody, especially on the DZS STL party, the drop zone safety team. It would have been pretty bad. And then what? You know what I mean? Then that would have resulted in somebody's death. And you kind of, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm glad that there is something going to happen to somebody, that somebody is held responsible for it. But I don't like the fact is that they are going after the guy who fucking filmed it. If anything else, that guy provided, aside from his fucking, yes, the Humvee was on actually a 463L pallet, which is a pallet that is used in air loading, so that way it can slide on rollers within the fuselage floor. That it was again, it's a safety thing. Totally fucking see it. Totally fucking see that. But that video was provided, probably helped in the investigation of what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from just take out the laugh track, it was pretty fucking. Oh my God! Look at it! You see that? Oh! Everyone was like doing their fucking little comments. Oh!
So you've been to a lot of drop zones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How many people that are watching a heavy drop pray to see something burn in?
Everybody.
How is this any different?
Not personnel. I mean, we don't ever. Of the airborne world, nobody ever wants to see anybody fucking get involved in a parachute malfunction. Just ask me and Doc Madness. Because
but everybody wants a heavy drop.
But a heavy drop is different. A heavy drop is like a train wreck, cleavage, the sun. You're not supposed to look at it, but you want to. You know what I mean? So, you fucking see something like that. Exactly, DMAX. So the filmer, yeah, okay, or the, I guess you could say the documenter or the photographer. We exactly, Tim. We want to see shit burn in. I mean, an M1 will never be parachute drop. They would take there wouldn't be enough parachutes to hold that motherfucker up. 70 tons of fucking America coming down like that. There's not enough chutes in the world to fucking keep that thing from falling fast. Now, again, there are individuals that do they are watching the fucking drop happening right now. So, like, for instance, there's somebody who is on a drop. There's always somebody who's like the malfunctions NCO who takes a video and watches every exit, so that way every deployment process of the parachute is being recorded in the event there's any say. And it's just not for, well, actually no, for the exact same fucking reason that this video came out. Again, the fucking laugh track shit, that's what got everybody upset. Is that there's somebody that is fucking butthurt that everyone was, oh, look at that, oh, whoa, yo, David of George's, you know,
Awesome.
that was awesome, yeah, exactly. So that's really what the issue is. So they're trying to find out who documented it. Now, why do you want to find out why they're documenting it? Why do you want to know who documented it? You gonna give the guy a fucking medal or some shit, or what? You gonna give the guy some information to fucking, you know, to help out, or maybe get a better video? What happened? You know, why do you want to do it? If it's just to fucking slam the guy for turning in a fucking video, sorry, shit happens. Again, a lot of events that have happened in the military, I wish there was video on, so that way it would explain on exactly what happened, and exactly what it did. It looked like the rigging was fucking fucked with.
Yeah.
Because
you don't burn in 3 Humvees on 3 separate aircraft.
No.
One drop.
No, I mean, setting up a vehicle for an airdrop is a pretty labor-intensive event, and there is no, there's nothing you could. In other words, there's so many checks by the loadmaster, by the individuals that are rigging it, and then somebody who signs off on it. Because everything that is signed off, everything is signed. Believe it or not, when you exit the aircraft from a MC6 or a T11 parachute, there is a log record in it that actually, no shit, somebody packed it. So upon your parachute malfunction, that pop the fucking the log record out of the log record stow pocket and open it up and say, okay, who did this? Who packed this chute last? Let's go ahead and look through this mess and see who did this shit. And the next thing you know, they'll open it up and that's it. Yeah, okay, it was a Schmedlap who did it on 5th July after some freedom. So that's usually how it works. Like I said, there's a lot of checks involved to get it. So
Well, that would explain the malfunction. He was hungover.
well, I mean, the Humvee wasn't hungover because the Humvee doesn't drink. So I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, it was just one of those events where now they want to find out who fucking did it. Which again, oh man, leave it alone. You got a good video. I bet you if there was no laugh track, nobody would have made a big deal about it. I'm just saying. That's just me.
I'm absolutely certain that if they have maintained an officer's level of professionalism.
Well, yeah. Usually, one of the riggers is a warrant that assists in the of the. I'm just saying of the warrant. Warrant.
Warrants actually go to work.
Well, no. Well, those are the warrants that actually pay attention. I'm just kidding. Oh, breaking balls, Jose, and fucking everybody's gonna come after me now. I'm not saying that Jose is a warrant, but yeah, he likes warrants. So he does. He picks on warrants a lot, man. Jose's a fucking dick. He picks on you warrants a lot. So anyways, so yes, he's reaching out to the to some MPs because Jose also likes MPs, and it's gonna be hard to prove intent. Well, not really, because the first vehicle that exited the aircraft off the ramp, it exited, and it was just ironic that all 3 loads. You can totally tell it was probably done by the same guy who rigged it, because the reason why they didn't stop it, yes, usually during a heavy drop exercise, it normally is just a drop. Now, they didn't expect 3 fucking Humvees to come flying out of the fucking back and then just slipping out of their 463 pallets. And so, yeah, Tim, W.O. Schliprock.
So here's a question on this, Ice.
Yeah, what's up?
So it was 3 different loads, and it was off 3 different birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only say this because Falcon 34 brings up a good point in the mixer chat. Is if they all came apart the same way and they all failed the same way, there's been a lack of proper training and or knowledge how to rig it.
No, because
I doubt it.
No, because There's a lot of checks involved. I mean, you just can't check the load by yourself. You know what I mean? When you're performing that type of TI on that equipment, just like when you're doing a JMPI on a jumper, everyone's watching you JMPI. Everyone's watching you, inspect that piece of equipment. So you will get called out. Hey, bud, you fucking missed your sequence. You need to fucking do that again, or you get somebody else to do it. You need to go back to Jump Master School and get a refresher or some shit. Jump masters and individuals in that community like to dime each other out. Hey, fucker, you didn't do that right. Go back in there and do that. So somebody had to have gone back to the load and fucked with it. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing I'm guessing that the load probably was good to go, and then somebody went back to fuck with it.
On 3 birds.
Well, all the chocks are the same. You got to remember the way it works is that when they get sent to the rigging facility, they all get loaded up and they all get loaded up together. I mean, it's not like, and then they get loaded up onto the bird. So it was probably done at the rigging facility before they were put on the aircraft.
All right, so they're rigged. They're not rigged on the birds. They're rigged somewhere else.
Yes, correct. They're rigged on the birds, and then they're finally hooked up onto the aircraft after they get slid on. The pallets are slid onto the airframe. So, yeah, it's. I don't know, man. I'm not saying that, Tim. I'm not saying it's sabotage. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Russians because it wasn't the election at the time either.
Putin did it.
Yeah, Putin. So yeah, it's again, that guy is going to be out of his ass if the kid that's being charged, that's under investigation for the rigging itself. The video, good luck. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything. As a matter of fact, I've not known of anybody being formally charged on anything that has to do with social media yet. Aside from trying to get them for the Article 134 charge that everyone likes to do the end all be all, because not
that case.
Well, and I mean, because not only do people get butthurt about what we say or post, it's a lot of people like the Army that exactly they get all butthurt too. So the Army gets butthurt anytime somebody fucking posts some shit on there that would potentially make them look bad, and then of course they'll say, well, Article 31, Article 134, end all be all. Troopers, you're gonna get in trouble.
I'm just waiting for a recall letter so that I can face charges.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, they got. I mean, what do you what can you get them with? I mean, I'm just talking about the social media shit.
134 for being butthurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. 134. My commander got butthurt, and so I'm just thinking, what could you bust a soldier? You laughed at a video. You laughed at a video, or while you were in a video, and you were laughing. So you're gonna get charged with laughing.
Shout all the way to court martial.
Yeah, I'm about to say, dude, send it.
I would tie up resources.
Oh yeah.
Try, literally.
Well, I mean, what could you do? There's nothing you could really do about it. I mean, everyone, of course, is fucking talking about, this guy didn't do this. Well, I mean, the guy has. I mean, here's what the biggest thing that they're going after with the guy. Now, let's talk about the guy who rigged possibly or rigged the equipment. He's being charged with the destruction of government property and making a false official statement. So, okay, that's it, and that's a good start. You know what I mean?
Is that false official statement? Is that yes, I rigged it correctly?
Or yes, it could be yes, I rigged it correctly, or yes, I was not at the time or did not touch that equipment. Because once the equipment goes into the sterile yard, it's not supposed to be touched. You know what I mean? So, Sergeant John Skipper of the 1st Battalion, 91st Cavalry Regiment, 173rd Airborne Brigade, out of Vicenza, Italy, will be formally charged for his role, or it was formally charged, in the dangerous destruction of 3 vehicles. And here's what blows me away, and this is what pisses me off. As first reported by Stars and Stripes. Motherfucker, you're full of shit. Stars and Stripes, eat it. We broke the story. WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF Moments. Because we laughed at it on the air when we showed the video.
If you look at the Army Times story, they actually use our Twitter.
Yeah. No, exactly that. fucking stolen story valor. So Major Juan Martinez has spoken for the 173rd, announced the charges, and said, should this case progress, we will continue to release any information consistent with Army policy. The charges against Skipper indicate that the Army does not believe that the equipment failure caused by the Humvee to slip from their parachute harnesses and fall off their platforms, and is a pending recommendation on whether to proceed with a court-martial following an Article 32 cause hearing. Roughly 150 supply bundles, vehicles, and communications equipment and indirect weapon system were dropped in April 2016 as part of Saber Junction in Hohenfels, Germany. So they said that the Humvees that were wrecked can cost up to $220,000, and then the maximum punishment Skipper can face for destruction of government property is 10 years prison, dishonorable discharge, and forfeiture of all pay and allowances. Now, here's what they say. What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, as I'm saying, here's where the fucking discrepancy in the article is. Now, they say that the Stars and Stripes broke it, but then it says a video of the incident was posted to YouTube channel of U.S. Army WTF moments. The Army said at the time it would be launching a separate investigation on who shot the video. So, of course, if you go to Twitter on the WTF Nation and go to the 12 April 2016 post, you get to see some flattened Humvees. So, Saber Junction is conducted annually in one of the big brigades in Europe and involves 5,000 soldiers from 16 allied European countries. And the stated goal of 2016 exercise was to evaluate the readiness of the 173rd. So, yeah, it's some serious level fucking operator level shit, dude. You're right.
The funniest thing to come out of all of this was the T-shirts that they made immediately afterwards.
Oh, dude, there was T-shirts, gift cards. What was some other guy? Yeah, some other people made some shit. Yeah, exactly. What was that, Master?
173, Death from Above.
Yeah.
3 Humvees falling out of a C-130.
Yeah, exactly. Death from above. Well, death for Humvees, I guess. Sky Soldiers, man. Or falling Humvees. So yeah, so that kid, Sergeant John Skipper, is facing some time. Really gonna fucking go after the kid? Do you really think it's worth it to go after that kid for that shit? I mean, really? I really don't think so. Just due to the fact that it's not a fucking big deal. I mean, shit happens, and if they do find it and he was busted, then yes. Now, I'll tell you who's also could get busted too is probably the guy who signed off on the load too. You're right, the airline loadmaster. So, yep. See what happens with that shit. Put it in your pipe and smoke it. See, that guy got fucking busted.
Put all your shit in one sock.
Yep. Put all your shit in one sock. Put it in a pipe and smoke it. So, that's right, Tim. It isn't ready. I thought they were pretty good. So, did the Air Force loadmaster not check the vehicles? That's another thing we're talking about, Alvaro. We're looking about that. They probably did it. They probably missed something because the Air Force. The Air Force is like the Navy. They like to relieve motherfuckers for breathing wrong. So they probably are going to go through an investigation, and that's it. But again, Air Force stays in. That's when they investigate. If it goes out, then it's the Army to investigate. Because anything that falls out of an Air Force aircraft is either a bomb or a paratrooper or a load. So
that's what you said.
Load. You said load. So, anyways, but yeah, another news. Former Fort Bliss soldier is sentenced to 10 years for distribution of meth. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Fort Bliss. They're winning, dude.
Should have airdropped that shit.
Dude, Fort Bliss lately in the news has been fucking out of control, man. Out of fucking control. I guess there's somebody ran the fucking gate too, as well. I mean,
There are 3 installations you can always count on for the juicy story, and it's Bragg, Hood, and Bliss.
Oh, dude, your dog all right?
Sorry.
You stepped on you stepped on your little thing called a dog. That's okay. I got little dogs too.
They're about half the size of a cat, so.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say little dogs are cool, man. Little feisty fuckers. But yeah, so you're right. Everything happens at Bliss and Hood. So right now, I think Fort Bliss is kind of carrying the record for some fuckery, some serious fuckery. So over the 4th of July weekend, when time went on, a soldier was arrested for a fucking shooting spree after a drunken orgy. Like, straight up. Never fucking happens to Ice, dude. How come all this shit everyone... You know what? Joe's didn't pull this shit when I was a Joe. It was always little barracks party and shit like that, and you know.
Hold on. The kid was at a drunken orgy.
No.
And then went, shot up.
Well, the thing was that the soldier was arrested, and more than 21 underage soldiers and civilians were apprehended and questioned by military police and CID, following a shooting incident that happened in the Lower Logan Heights on Saturday. So, according to the eyewitnesses, approximately at 2:45, the soldier, you could just go ahead and ArmyWTFmoments.com and check out the story. It's pretty fucking hilarious. A guy fucking handcuffed and shit. I guess it was arguing and shit, and there was a party going on, and I guess he got butthurt because someone slipped when they should have slided and slipped on his girl, and somebody tried to woo on her and all that sort of shit. And then he got pissed off, and so he was pissed off and proceeded to discharge his pistol about 20 times. And of course, MPs. I didn't know. I thought that was off post at the Logan area.
No. So it's post proper, but the house it mentions is still a part of the post.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right. Because it made it sound like it was, So the MP units were immediately dispatched, of course, because and shooting going on. Of course, police is going to arrive, and then apprehended the soldier with a pistol still in his hand. And after canvassing the area, they discovered that the party house detained. They discovered the party house and detained approximately 21 soldiers and civilians for underage drinking and questioning, interrupting their attempts to disperse and avoid detainment. Man, could you imagine? During the initial line of questioning, it was discovered that there was some sort of multiple partner sexual encounter going on at the house, and this triggered the entire incident. This caused the soldier in question to feel offended for unknown reasons, and while drinking, highly intoxicated from drinking, so he stepped outside to argue with the participants. And then following the altercation, that's in the shouting match, that's when he got pissed off and was firing rounds from a semi-automatic pistol, reloaded and fired again.
So when you go to a party and they say BYOB, it doesn't mean bring your own gun.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't bring your own Jodios.
Yeah, exactly. You don't bring sand to the beach. Oh, man, it's fucking hilarious. Jodios. Or dependent crunch.
Bowl, somebody else is going to eat it.
Exactly. Someone's going to pour the bowl out and have some dependent crunch. So, yeah. No, soldiers did not have. No, I'm just saying that I didn't hear about this shit. I'm not saying that soldiers didn't have morals when I was a Joe. Oh no, I know some debauchery when I was coming up through the ranks. It's just that it was never broadcasted. You never hear about this shit. It's true.
Because we didn't have social media and WTF moments.
I was about to say, a lot of things could have been solved with U.S. Army WTF moments and WTF radio. Facebook back in the day, what would they call it? Old book, I guess. They would have fucking.
It was called MySpace.
Oh yeah, it was MySpace. Yeah, there would have been some serious fucking shit going on if they realized that if they could use it like that. Exactly. Hey, we don't have. God damn it! Back in my day, we didn't have morals. We didn't have social media, and we didn't have morals. Fuck you guys.
Weren't you chiseling upward stone?
That's right, man. We were writing a chalk on the sidewalk. What are you talking about? And fucking Sergeant Major would come over there and use a broom to fucking and pee on it.
Tanks were just me riding on a dinosaur with a big
That's
stick.
right. Back when I was back when I had the day. So yeah. So once again, Fort Bliss fucking leading the way. Something else happened in fucking Texas too. Fuck, what did happen? This mysterious. Oh yeah, like Jose's missing right now. Sort of, kind of. Well, he was missing. He kind of fucking got us all spooked out. Jose fucking disappeared for a little bit because I don't know who this fucking admin Billy is. Hey Billy. So nation, keep up, okay? I'm gonna try to untangle this web. So the story begins with a guy named, and of course we're not gonna presume his guilt. His name is Mohammed Faraday, okay?
Why would we presume his guilt?
I'm just saying, why would you assume guilt? But this is, you're in violation of the mixer verbal morality statute.
In my personal opinion, I feel terrorized.
Yeah, terrorized. So let me lay this out for you. So Mohammed Faraday, a 13 Bravo state, a likable individual, but seemed like he was a marginal performer at work. However, what seems to be the going trend is that because this guy speaks Syrian Arabic and Yemeni Arabic, every single command wants his nuts because he could speak the fucking language. Not vetting the fucking guy, of course. So he's somewhat had something going for him because in the Army, if you can speak that fucking language, nobody... You ever had a dumb terp before when you've been deployed? Well, that's what it is. The same fucking guy could have been a complete fucking shitbag, but because he spoke the language, then everyone wanted him. He was like the hotness of the commodities, right? But a 13 Bravo at that. Nothing against 13 Bravos, I'm just saying. But for some reason, he wanted to be a Ranger, because he wants to go to Ranger school. And then during his training, he sustained an injury, so it kind of put everything on hold. And during his recovery, his unit was notified that he was going to be deploying to Iraq, right? So he got pissed off and said, "Hey, look, man, that's not halal, dude. So I'm not going to halal over there with some halalin to go halal at you later. I'm not going to go do this because I don't want to kill my Muslim brothers." And so the unit tried to say, "Hey, look, dude, if you went to the Rangers, more than likely you were going to do the same fucking thing." It's like, no, I'm not going to fucking do that shit. So I'm not going to deploy. So they put him on rear D, so that way, for the field problems and the train up. So I guess all you have to do now is just say, "Hey, I don't want to fucking deploy because it's not halal, and you're not going anywhere, right? You're not going to deploy." So then everything was going smooth. And then it was time for their JRTC rotation. Everybody, of course, how as soon as you mention JRTC, everybody will, they'll send everybody in his fucking mother.
Pregnant or not
profile. Pregnant or not, a fucking behavioral health profile for not having a weapon. It didn't fucking matter. It'll send you. So everyone, of course, says, "I'm not going to have this shit. I'm going to holla at you later. Holla, 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 holla." And he takes off, right? So he goes AWOL. So, of course, everyone's like, okay, no big deal. He's going fucking AWOL. Nobody thinks it's a big deal at all because every soldier goes AWOL who was going to JRTC, of course. Everyone does that. But he jumps on a fucking plane and flies to Morocco. And then a week later, he's back on post. And, of course, he gets his fucking Article 15 for being AWOL, and no other issues and no other drama was brought up. So when he took off to Morocco, though, Faraday received a check from an overseas address for $22K. Additionally, he had a warrant for his arrest issued in Alexandria, Louisiana Police Department for substantial damage he allegedly caused to a hotel. So he purchases a Mercedes C-Class, okay, and then trashes another hotel room, but this time in Texas. Hotel security asked him to leave, and after he loaded all of his possessions in the Mercedes, he tossed the keys into the road, stating he would not need the car where he was going, and left on foot towards the Galleria, the local place that has a lot of bars. So additionally, Faraday left some phones in his Mercedes and then his room when he departed. The next day, he was back in Louisiana, seen on camera buying a .40 caliber ammunition at Walmart, and after that, he proceeded to go to a pawn shop where he stole a .45 caliber pistol, and then fled in a silver SUV. So Louisiana Criminal Intel put out a sit rep on this guy and put a bolo after this shit. Say, "Hey, look, okay, this guy's fucking some serious shit." Between the afternoon of the 26th of June and the 28th of June, are you smoking a bowl, dude? Hey, are you okay? About to hear fucking just weed fucking smokers, man, I swear. So on the 28th of June, MI. If you guys don't know who they are, they do shit here. That's all I can say, right? And they began actively engaging the FBI and the Joint Terrorism Task Force. So you can kind of see where this is fucking going. So CID was also brought in and began assisting this shit. The FBI, working with the Houston PD, began processing the Mercedes and then contacted the seller of the vehicle. So about 1400, the Army put out a bolo stating that the Fort Polk DES assisted the unit in completing Faraday's drop from the rolls paperwork and then sent to USDIP. So that way his desertion warrant could be entered into NCIC. And then for some reason he was categorized on a special category, AWOL. Now here's where we get crazy, nation. In order to meet the special absentee criteria, the soldier must have had a top secret information within the past 12 months or be currently assigned to a special mission unit. And then the dude was like neither assigned to any of that because he was just a 13 Bravo. And less than 90 minutes after the fucking bolo was pushed, they said, "Oh, we found him. Oh, cool. Where was he at? Oh, he's just dead in a hotel in Houston." Okay. Soldiers in the unit state that they were told that Faraday had committed suicide, and next of kin notification was not made. So it's not, or it's the worthy note that notification of kin is not required in drop from rolls cases. Believe it or not, nation. So there's some questions. Why did the unit classify him as special category AWOL, much less know about that special provision? And why was Faraday's DEERS profile moved to an inactive status within 48 hours, a process that usually takes a couple weeks? Why is there no record of Faraday in the Houston PD only access webpage or any John Doe deaths? And why is there no social media or news reports of Faraday deaths at the hotel? You guys see what's going on here? That's like fucking like tinfoil hat shit. Damn. Had to go into hiding, I guess. Hunting him down and shit. It's fucking crazy. I don't want to make any presumptions, like you said. Because that would be, yeah, it must have been awkward. Yeah, it must have been an awesome week. Yeah, 10 Mountain leads away. We said he was. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Mm-hmm.
He's Jose. Wait a minute, Jose. Yeah, there is a Jose in there, and then he says, "Be right back." Funny, good timing, Jose. The Jose in Facebook live chat, not the Jose that's in. That's our Jose. It's fucking funny. So yeah, so what a weekend of freedom. You know what I mean? That's kind of fucking. Holy shit.
Not for Muhammad.
Well, I mean, well, not for Muhammad. That's his name, right? That's his name. You're not talking about holla holla holla. You're talking about Muhammad. Yeah, exactly. That's his name.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah. We're of course we're talking about his name, because you know his name, because that's his name. Oh man. Let's see. Hang on. See, somebody says that the phones were. Oh,
the number you are trying to call is busy or.
Oh, see, that's it. The fucking drones are coming after me. Damn. Anyways, so it's not very halal of you to fucking do that and hang up. Sorry, we try to get you back. I've never been to Korea. What do you mean? Yeah, no, I actually have never been to Korea. So that narrows it down on the thousands of NCOs that have never been to Korea. How about that? I've never been to Korea.
I went to Korea once.
No, not
worst 6 weeks of my life.
Yeah, not 1953, guys. Shut up. I didn't. That's not when I went to Korea. Motherfuckers talking some shit.
53. He was Checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah. That's during the Cold War. That's when fucking the wall finally fell and shit. And that was not. I was not on the wall. I was not guarding the wall, nor did I shoot anybody on the barbed wire that was stuck in it. So I'm just saying. But yeah, so I mean, could you imagine fucking all that shit's going on, and then you don't fucking yeah, he's deceased. Could you imagine as a first sergeant that probably been like the holy grail of AWOL stories that no one will ever believe. You know what I mean? You're sitting around, you're the first sergeant and shit. Hey man, check this out. I got this guy. And he was halaling all over the fucking place, and he fucking this happened and that happened, and no way, dude, that's not what happened. No way, bullshit, man. No, dude, where'd that come? Where was this shit at? U.S. Army WTF moments. No way, dude. when you cite U.S. Army WTF moments and the fucking main page, and the radio station as credible news, people are like, no way, really? No way, dude. Yeah. Yep. Hey, you keep calling, man, but you're
name for ourselves.
Well, I mean, fucking. Yeah, I guess you could say we're just fucking doing some shit. Hang on, who's this person trying to fucking call? Stop. Answer the fucking phone. Hello. No, I'm gonna fucking do that shit. I'm not gonna play their fucking phone games. So, anyways, yeah, exactly that. The fastest way to make your E4 is to be an E5 in Korea. And unless you're female and you go to Korea. No, it wasn't a movie. It was a real deal. This really fucking happened, dude. It really fucking happened. So a guy who was halalin, and his name was Mohammed Faraday. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not assuming anything, but he just fucking He just died. Just like that was it. Found in his room. So, going back.
There's some strange circumstances around that, and I'm anxious to see how it washes out.
Dude, there's some your phones. There's some strange circumstances with your shit, bro. You're fucking this guy.
85.
He's like his face is classic. I know we don't show faces here on Sergeant's Time, but if you could see fucking you could see Michael's face. He's like, motherfucker.
Love you.
I don't hide my shit very well.
That you don't. Oh man. Hang on.
Is that better? Does the mic sound a little bit better?
You sound like you're a little bit louder, but yeah, I mean you're good to go.
Okay.
We're trying to get a caller back on here who again, the Skype is fucking finicky at sometimes. And hey, what's up, man? What you doing, D-Max?
What's up, D-Max?
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Sorry, muting the radio.
Okay, go on. Don't fucking.
What are you guys doing?
I don't want to.
I'm not gonna flush you.
Okay, all right. So what are we gonna talk? You gonna talk about this fucking Mohammed Faraday guy?
You gotta explain it a little bit to me, all right?
Oh, okay. So this dude was a 13 Bravo, wants to be a ranger, but then doesn't want to fucking deploy, so he disappears for about a week and shit, and then goes to Morocco, and then $22,000 is fucking mysteriously deposited in his account, and then he tears up a fucking hotel room, and then he fucking packs his Mercedes A-Class fucking vehicle and throws everything inside the A-Class and throws his keys inside the street and said, I'm not going to be going when I need. And then he's going to buy he bought some rounds at Walmart, and then he went and bought a fucking pistol, stole a pistol, and then stole an SUV, and then, hey guys, the Bolo's done. We found him dead in Houston, even though he was in Louisiana. Does that make sense?
So that sounds shady as fuck.
Well, yeah, dude. Come on, man.
You know what sounds really shady is the fact that he bought 40 caliber ammunition and then stole a 45.
Well, like I said, he probably wasn't the brightest guy in the
How do you
fucking...
steal a 45? I mean, was it a full size or was it compact?
I don't know, dude. I'm just reporting what I see. You know what I mean?
If he was smart, it would have been a 1911.
Yeah, well, of course, you know.
If it was 7.
All right, D-Max, you're breaking up, man. I got to cut you off. A beer can be dinner. Yes, it can. So, yeah, exactly. He's going to flush. No cuffs. He didn't flush. See that shit? He didn't flush. Actually,
we didn't give him a chance to flush.
Give him. Well, I mean, he was having technical difficulties with the shit. So, but yeah, going back to what I was saying. So going back to what I was talking about Fort Bliss. Yesterday, a truck hits a vehicle and rams the gate to escape fucking pursuit. Now, I know Air Force bases don't fuck around when it comes to people trying to fuck up the gate. And the MPs on an Air Force base, they call them SF or security forces. I don't fucking know what they call them. The MPs,
SPs.
SPs, yeah. They don't fuck around. Look up Air Force guard shoots driver or person trying to climb fence. Air Force guys don't fuck around, dude. They will cap your ass if you try to go through the gate. I don't know what is it with our guards. Army MPs, y'all need to up your game, dude. Open season, bro. If somebody's coming at the fucking gate, it could be Al Qaeda's. You fucking bust some caps.
It's a restrictive ROE, is what it is.
But that's what it is. I break balls about it, yes, but it's restrictive ROE, and that ROE will get somebody killed because the Army's afraid in protecting itself sometimes.
Yes.
So, and this happened yesterday, and it was a high-speed chase about 10:15 a.m., and this fucking truck hit one of the maintenance vehicles parked in the post DRF area. And the driver was a civilian with open warrants and abandoned the scene and ran through the Constitution Gate, gaining access on post with, MPs in fucking hot pursuit. ICE loves MPs. In excess of 90 miles an hour. With his vehicle having mechanical difficulties, he decided to stop by one of the motor pool areas and was trying to get one of the... this guy's an idiot. He went by the motor pool and tried to get a nearby soldier to loan him his vehicle for a few minutes. Hey, man, could you loan me your ride, man? I need
It's a Mustang at 30% APR. Can I borrow it?
Yeah, I need a few minutes, man. Oh, wow. wow, a big old bolt of lightning just freaking shot across my house. So if all of a sudden everything gets cut off and you hear about my ears getting blown out from a lightning charge, then that's what happened. Anyways, the soldier, seeing that he was both distressed and what appeared to be under the influence, instead tried to calm him down until the MPs arrived and arrest him. And it's unclear that the vehicle that was stolen, but the driver had an open warrant for his arrest, which obviously is the reason why he up and fucking left. So, and of course, naturally, you know, Fort Bliss fucking officials are, yeah, we're not gonna fucking comment. So yeah, what's up with y'all fuckers in Fort Bliss? It's not 1st Armor Division. You're all fucking deployed, or all those guys are deployed. So, I mean,
it's the rear Jody detachment.
Oh man, dude, the jokes in the chat are about your mic, man. It sounded like you were fapping. Is what happened? What was going on?
Don't look. What I do behind this screen is nobody's business but my own.
No, I just think it's funny because if people were to see your reaction, you know, to some of your shit.
You need to retire.
The
nation deserves. No, the nation needs to see me topless.
No, dude, you're like walking around all topless and you're fucking like, you remind me of Buffalo Bill and shit. They didn't have to.
I have no fucking shame. I very rarely wear a shirt.
No, that's nothing. I'm just saying. And you're right, Jay Reddy. They didn't have to burn him. I think that was a fucking. I think that was a hit. Or I'm sorry, he resisted. That's what they say now, right?
He knew something about Muhammad.
Yeah, exactly. Holla, 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 holla.
Who was in Hohenfels during the drop?
Oh, you know what? That's another thing too. So, yeah. So I mean, whatever. Whatever.
If we're gonna go tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, let's just go all the way.
No, let's fucking do. Let's do it. So the guy had information on an individual who cut the slings and also the shit and recorded the video. And he didn't go to Morocco. He stopped in Germany, and that's how I got the money.
They all work for Putin.
Yeah. In Poland. Oh my, yes, yeah. Okay, look, stop. Nope, we don't talk politics here, man. We don't talk fucking politics. But it is funny.
We talk politics as a joke.
Yeah, we're fucking. I really don't give a fuck about that shit. It is kind of funny.
You don't want to get into serious political discussions because it's too divisive.
Oh, it is, man. Well, not only that, but people get wrapped around the axle, and of course, they're not going to listen to what your side authority is going to be, or what your opinion is going to be on it.
No, it's anymore. It's you have this opinion which differs from my opinion, so I'm going to beat your ass until you change your opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And that shit has never ever worked.
No, it's not.
We just don't even start a conversation.
You guys didn't hear the baby crying effect that I played earlier?
No.
Huh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly. Did you hear that? Did you hear the baby crying?
No.
Damn, dudes. There's something wrong with my shit.
I'm going to have to take a field trip to your studio.
Why, so you can burn it down?
Use his mic and play shit.
There we go. Let me see. Now let's see if you guys can hear it now. Let's see if you guys can hear it. You guys can't hear that still? Damn. Okay. Everyone's going, ugh, because you know what really drives people up the walls? A fucking crying baby. So, yeah.
Fuck you, psyops.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey.
Those fuckers did that to me in Bright Star 95 in Egypt.
Yeah, see,
it's an old exercise I've not heard of in a long time.
Bright Star, dude. Oh my god. I've not. Yeah, you're right. I have not heard Bright Star. Man, Bright Star was the original CENTCOM deployment. You went to Bright Star. You were like, ooh, you go to where'd you go? You went to Bright Star. Whoa, no way, dude. What's it like over there, dude? It was like asking somebody like, hey, what was
Bright
it like?
Star 95.
It was like,
there's nothing over there.
It's like the Nom, bro. You gotta go to the Bright Star, bro. It's like the Nom.
The most exciting thing we had happen in Bright Star 95 was we had to call the Air Force and tell them to raise their floor because they were flying supersonic over our tactical Alpha.
Oh my god.
At like 500 feet.
Oh my god.
What?
Air Force.
So we hear we hear this fucking boom, and the first thing everybody asks is, who fired the main gun?
Well, because Air Force. So
because Flyboys.
Yeah, because Flyboys. All right, well, hey, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And then, because, you know, an hour just blew by. Holy shit. We're just sitting talking shit about a bunch of conspiracy theories. I'm gonna cut off the Facebook Live shit so I can recharge it and then get everything ready to go. And then, you know, y'all, I'll see y'all in a sec. Thank you for joining us right now for Sergeant Time. We're gonna take a break. Part 2's coming up. On Mixer, though, y'all can listen to us on Mixer and you can hear all the shit and talking and all the stuff that we can't play because people get, well, I don't know, people will get butthurt, but who cares? So, shots.
Shots.
I like it. It's tasty.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. So, can you guys hear me right now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, shit. There's some fucking drama going on at my house with some electricity and shit. So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
That was weird, man. Weird shit. I think that might have been a surge. Yes, indeed. Surge. So, anywho, welcome back to WTFNationRadios.com. Sergeant Time.
Yeah.
What was that? You guys fucking rolling around in fucking cav hats and shit, going back to the good old days or some shit? What was up with that, man? I was gonna pull my Stetson out.
If you ain't cat,
I was gonna pull my Stetson. Never mind.
Drunk on...
Yeah, still drunk on freedom. You want to see my Spurs? Sorry. Oh yeah, exactly. Tim, don't say Surge. But Surge, hey Surge. Yeah, the fun. Well, you join us here on Mixer. Join us on WTFNationRadio.com. Join us on Facebook Live here on U.S. Army WTF Moments. Yeah, everyone's arguing about fucking pistols and shit like that. I guess Glock is all butthurt right now that the Army didn't pick them to be the fucking the replacement for the fucking M9, which of course leads to a lot of drama. Me being a weapons aficionado myself, I really don't give a fuck.
I prefer high point myself.
Well, I mean, if you kind of think about something that's going to be durable in the field and all that, I kind of go back and forth between different types of pistols. Nobody thought that the M9 was going to be a good pistol, and if anything else, it took a lot of shit. I mean, you could just see some of the fucking weapons that weren't clean on somebody's hips, and you're like, damn, dude, did that thing even fire? And some of them actually did fire. There was a time where the slides on the M9 there were some issues of it cracking at specific spots because of poor maintenance, and so yeah, exactly. FN 57 is a good round too.
So
what's that?
I say here, Glock and is Glock 5 junction. I think they the
Oh, you're breaking up, dude. You're breaking up. Oh yeah, play with those buttons. Oh yeah. The hello. No, you're still. I heard you, man. Yeah, we can't hear him.
Hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Mike Hoff. Oh man, I can see Grey Cloud getting pissed.
Hey, there's some funky shit going on with your mic, Grey Cloud.
Yeah, there is some funky shit. Backstrap safety. Everyone's talking about the stuff going on with the pistols. I never got to play with one myself on a 5.7, which from what I'm hearing, some people who do own a 5.7, that's actually not a bad round. But the Glock is all butthurt because they didn't win the contract, and of course, since when has the Army done any fair competition or listen to the soldiers when it came to dealing with the Glock? A Glock, actually, I never had any issues with the Glock. In some of the world that I know, and some individuals that have carried a Glock downrange that have never had any issues with it. But again, it's just a pistol.
You want to talk about the 5.7? I watched a video the other day of a guy shooting a 5.7. He fired it at a high .9 millimeter, hit it in the fucking the slide, and that high point still functioned.
Holy shit! Really? Well, exactly.
No shit.
Yeah, it's. I mean, well,
high point's best throwaway you can buy.
Yeah, I was about to say that's like Saturday Night Special, right? I mean,
yeah.
But what I don't understand is that why. Okay, look, everyone. When I first came on board Sergeant's Time, and the Army finally decided to award the M4 Colt again for our fucking weapon, and I was pissed off because of the dealings that I had working with some of these. Not saying I was involved in the testing of it, but there were specific weapons that. How can I say this? We were in my community. We were authorized to test these different types of weapons, and part of it was the SCAR Heavy, SCAR Light, SCAR Sniper, and the other one was the XM8, which is the HK version, Army version, American version of the G36. And then of course the M4. That contract kept getting pushed off, and there was a small investigation when the SCAR was then awarded to the Special Operations Command for their specific use, but the rest of the Army was going to get the M4 again. And of course, I'm not saying at all this has anything to do with a conflict of interest, but General Casey, when he retired, was put on the board of directors for Colt. So, I'm just saying. I don't know if that type of debauchery when it comes to the contracting system is good. The SCAR Heavy is a good weapon. If you guys don't know what the SCAR is, it's made by FNAL. Pretty much the makers of the 240 Bravo and the Screaming Mimi, or what you guys would call the fucking M249 or the Mark 48 308 version. SCAR is actually not bad. SCAR Heavy and the SCAR Sniper and the SCAR Light. SCAR Light's basically the 5.56, and then the 7.62 is the SCAR Heavy, and the SCAR Sniper is 20 round suppressed. It's like 6 foot fucking tall, badass rifle. So there's been a little bit of drama there in the contracting world, and I almost kind of agree with Glock.
You can't agree with Glock. Their prototype wasn't ready for the testing time frame.
Well, hang on. But they had other variants of their pistol they could have used, and I get it. They didn't build their shit in time. The reason why is because I think Glock was not given the opportunity to fucking do it, but everyone else had. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's almost like Lindsey Graham being in fucking South Carolina, but the reason why is because there's an FNFAL plant in fucking South Carolina. All of a sudden the SCARs, SCAR. Everyone's like, SCAR. The M1A, actually, I wish we had the M1A. But you're right. I mean, I'm only talking about the contract aspect of it. You know what I mean? On how it was given. They could have. I think they could have been a little bit of a. I don't know. I don't want to say give them a chance. They'd have been able to produce it.
Their chance. The prototype they pitched was not ready when it came time to the testing time frame. They played foul when SIG got awarded the contract, and they weren't allowed to compete. Well, they missed the deadline in the contract bid.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Sure. But and that's just me, of course. That's just me wearing tinfoil hat. That I don't think they were given the. I don't think they were given the proper benchmarks. In other words, it's not like you can walk up to a table and say, "Okay, Glock, SIG, Colt, Kimber, Beretta, lay your shit out and let's go for it. Put out your weapons here." You know what I mean? And then make it look like like someone said in the mixer chat room, make it look tactical by painting it fucking coyote, and then put a little optic sight on there. and see what happens. You know what I mean? Everyone fucking does that shit. You ever notice that? Everyone's like putting like, this ain't fucking Call of Duty, son.
Tactical.
Tactical.
It's got a laser.
Yeah, it's got a laser on there, and they're able to do that. Hi guys, how you doing? Can I fire your pistol? So, again, yeah.
This is the same gun that Keanu Reeves shot on John Wick.
Yeah. He did a 2-gun drill with this in 9 seconds.
Got to be the Nerf version of John Wick.
Oh yes, that is fucking hilarious. So of course, you know, Sig is going to be the maker. Now, I owned a Sig P226 before, and it's not a bad 9mm. And I'm hoping maybe it could be the same GTA exactly. I don't play Call of Duty. I play GTA, Spanky. But yes, the M14 is 308 7.62. The M14 is, of course, the military variant of the M1A that is now actually used as the EBR, the enhanced battle rifle that's used for precision marksmanship in an environment where it would be impractical to use a 50 caliber M82 or M107 sniper rifle, also known as the Barrett Light 50, which ain't light. Fucker weighs almost 30 pounds fully loaded. So, but I don't know. I mean, what was Glock gonna do anyways? They were gonna fucking make a different version of the same pistol they always make. Because to me, a Glock is a Glock is a Glock, and then you change fucking calibers. That's all it is. I don't know.
So they would have had to come up with something that met the specs that are the contract requirements.
Okay, so it's the same. I mean, it's able to withstand the different types of conditions. Well, fuck, man. The Austrian military and the Israelis use the motherfucker too.
Well, what we're saying is, why didn't they have something ready to go in the contract time frame? I mean, if they legitimately wanted to be considered for this contract, why weren't they ready to rock and roll with something? All they would have had to do was modify their standard platform. What is it? The Glock 19, whatever.
19, yeah, the Glock 19 usually is and exactly that. But
adjust it to the contract. I mean, how hard would it be for them to do that?
Yeah, and that's true. Opie says in the Mixer chat, all Sig did was just better. I mean, it's fucking off the shelf with factory mods with its integrated rail system and all that. I was surprised that Colt wasn't able to get some wins off of that. But then again, I guess Colt is the military's empire weapon. Colt is like the fucking Clintons, dude. They just can't go away. You know what I mean? You fucking let everybody else fucking compete. I really don't mind having a Colt, but that's fucking expensive as shit. And they weren't
just for the 1911.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just for the 1911s. Fuck that, dude. Really gonna sit there and wait? You think your pistol's worth that fucking much? When back in the day, well, at least when I was growing up, it wasn't really worth. I mean, it was. As a matter of fact, it was as cheap as buying a brand new M9 that you can on the civilian market now. It's like $500 back in the day. Now, when you get a Colt Commander or a Colt fucking Mark 5 or some Mark 4 or something like that, or a competition cup, those motherfuckers run up to $2,000.
And I say what, that kind of money on a 1911, I'm buying a Wilson Combat.
Yeah, I was about to say, or a Kimber, dude, or a pair of Ordnance double stack.
It's just like when anything else. You're
as far as what? Like, oh, dude, man, fucking this weather's. Yeah, there's a weather warning for several areas of the broadcast area that right now are being blasted. So, to including the area that I'm at. So.
Is there?
Yeah. So
shit, I'm gonna have to check mine.
But yeah, so I mean, so since we're talking about weapons and shit, I mean, I really don't give a fuck about the fact that I actually don't mind it. In a way, it's kind of good to have a change up. I mean, a SIG would be nice.
So I held that version that's going to be out there.
It's called like an M11 or something like that, right?
See what?
It's going to be called like the M11 or something like that.
Yeah, so the current SIG is the current SIG in the inventory is the M11.
Yeah.
I think that's the 226 platform. But basically what they did is they took how I understood it, talking to the guy at what was it, Bass Pro I was at. They basically took the concept behind the P250, i.e. the interchangeable everything.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
It just upgraded the frame.
Now, they're not gonna have. Are they still gonna have the hammer release or the hammer drop safety? The fucking what do they call that? The decocking lever that they have on the side of the.
That thing is safetyless.
I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm everyone freaking. You gotta have fucking safeties because motherfucker safety. You know what I mean? Because you gotta have safety.
This is my safety.
Yeah, this is my safety. Well, my biggest thing is that they. I mean, is it going to be modular? I mean, they say it's a modular pistol contract, so I'm just curious to see what it's going to be like. I know it was being bragged about at the SHOT Show, and then everyone likes this fucking design. Everyone thinks it's good. But the contract is like worth fucking $580 million, and it goes to 2027.
Hold on, I got it pulled up right now. Stand by. So it's a 6-hour P320 that won the contract for the Army.
Okay, all right, that's what it was then. Yeah, and so $580 million.
Yep.
Through 2027, dude. That's fucking insane.
Firearms, accessories, and ammunition.
Yes.
What the shit?
Ammunition. I'm about to say, whoa, the fuck, man. Well, you know they got. Well, that's because they're hoarding all the ammo from the Department of Homeland Security. Tinfoil hat. Sorry. I'm serious, dude.
I like my Sig Pro 2340.
Well, again, I had a 226 back in the day, and I was not dissatisfied. It was not a big deal. It was not a bad pistol. I mean, in my many array of pistols, before I started collecting a lot of 6 guns and Old West guns, I that was my, you know what I mean? That was the kick. That was it. Ooh, gotta get a SIG. And then somebody offered me some decent money for it. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'll fucking depart with that. Fuck yeah. I
can't believe you left the part with a gun. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, it was money and another gun. That's what I got. So I got me a Cimarron fucking classic 45 Colt 6 gun with that out of it.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, exactly. Even trade, you know what I mean? It was some cash because the guy really wanted that fucking 226, and I really wanted that 6 gun because I like Old West guns. So yeah. Anyway, so fucking they're all butthurt about it. So fucking Glock, tough shit. Deal with it. Whatever. I mean, you can still hang out with the Marines because the Marines still fucking use your pistols. But that's about it. They protested it and said this is bullshit.
Yep.
You know, how come you didn't get this? Blah, 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 whatever. So because they were ready, they were waiting. They were about ready to make some big money off of it. Or they were projecting to get big money off of it.
Yep. So yeah.
I think it's funny that there's so much butthurt over a pistol.
Well,
in a military that engages enemies at a standoff.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're talking about a pistol that kind of. I mean, you got to think about this. Most of the knockdown power that everyone argue, of course, between 40 Smith & Wesson and M9 or 9mm and fucking 45 ACP. That's always been the big argument. Who's got the better punch? Take the knockdown power,
stopping power.
Exactly. Kinetic energy power, and then all that. For that case, then you just get the 40 and the fucking 45. But for the amount of capacity, because Joes don't know how to shoot. Joes are like spray and pray when it comes to. I'm telling you, if I gotta pull my pistol out, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. If I gotta pull my, then I'm looking at you, Grey Cloud, and saying we're fucked, dude. We're gonna die in a pile of empty brass. If we have to use our pistols, we're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree completely.
So that's when me and you look at each other and we're like, dude, you got that bottle? And you're like, yep, all right, yep. And then that's it. We're just busting caps like fucking Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid going, yeah. So
that was one of the funny things about being a tanker was the M4s and M16s that were on the tank were cruiser weapons.
For you guys, yeah. For you
So
guys.
if I have to get out of my tank and use a pistol, I'm probably only going to have to fire one shot.
Yeah, well, you're going to fire one shot to egress out of it. So, but according to the government accounting office, Glock has filed an official protest with the modular handgun fucking whatever system decision. And everyone's like, yeah, see, fucking Glock. So, All they had to do was put an M on their existing Glock 17. That's what it was. It was the Glock 17 model. They probably should have had modified. That's what everybody in the gun world's saying. So they should have just fucking modified their M, their fucking 17 model, and then that was it. The 320 actually has a compact and concealable one for low vis as well.
Yeah, so I'm reading a review on it, and it gets some decent reviews. It's basically they took the P250 design of interchangeability and a modular system, because they say it'll slide right into a 250 frame.
Yep, exactly.
And there are already aftermarket parts available.
Yep.
So those are gonna be tricking out their shit.
Yep, exactly. The Tactic Cool is going to be coming out like crazy. As far as accuracy is concerned, everyone says that it's pretty much the same. There's no difference between all that, but $580 million. Holy shit, dude.
$1 million.
Holy crap.
SRP at 719 is what they're saying.
Oh, I'm going to buy one. Might as well. I mean, because that's going to be the new hotness. We're going to go out to the range, bro, and that's going to be like, ooh, oh, man, look at that. He's got the new M17. So, yeah, so they can get butthurt if they want. All they had, like you said. I mean, I agree, but I don't agree with them. I think they were stupid for not getting the fucking pistol sent the fuck up, and then modulated up to whatever. Like all I had to do was just stamp an M, and that's it. So
M17.
Yeah, M17. There you go. There you go. Exactly. Too fucking easy, right? No, but no. Fucking Glock had to act like damn fucking, I don't want to say it. I issue in violation of the mixer code. Can you guys hear that?
Verbal morality statute.
There you go, Glock. You get the Wham Wham award.
Here's the other thing, though, is can you imagine all the, especially if it would come in 9mm, all the freaking 30-round mags that have been bought up? Can you see soldiers deploying downrange with 30-round magazines?
Exactly. I was about to say with their Glocks, yeah. Exactly that. We're gonna talk about this. No, I'm not gonna talk about this shit. Everyone's fucking. Why don't you stop talking about the news?
Show up with a fucking 100-round drum.
No, I've seen that. I've seen the drum that goes in the Glock. That's pretty. That's fucking wicked as fuck.
Oh my god, I can see that. Nice. Where are the rest of your magazines?
Yeah, exactly. I only got one.
But you're issued 45. They're all in there.
They're
Don't
all
worry about it.
Exactly. Where are all your rounds, dude? Double basic load, son. They're all in here in this drum.
I got basic load plus.
Yeah, exactly. With plus P rounds. Yeah, I don't fucking. I really, again, it's kind of like the M4. You're dealing with the M4 now, and then we have fucking all these issues with the M4. I'll be honest with you, in the moment of me using my M4, I never really had a problem with it.
So here's my take on our weapons. Every weapon system we got. I read an interesting article that Sergeant Stripe initially published back in 2002 while I was in Bosnia, and it asked soldiers throughout the Army what weapon system they had the most confidence in, and it ranged from, and they did them all. So the highest confidence in the weapon system was the 249, the SAW.
Yep.
The lowest confidence, the M9 Beretta.
Well, yeah, they were having a lot of slide issues and shit. But
here's my take on the whole weapons thing is that it's anything with the Army, really. If better installment of taking care of your shit, taking care of those weapons, taking care of the equipment, and actually replacing them when they need to be. Let's face it, those weapons get a lot more rounds than what they were ever designed to have.
Mm-hmm.
They go through a shit ton of rounds, and there's never any replacements. And if it needs to be replaced, you got to send it to the third shop.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a new barrel, a new slide, or new anything. But the Army doesn't want to replace things and maintain it the way they're supposed to be maintained. And then they expect them to always function downrange when you're in a combat situation.
Yeah. Like I said, busted some caps, and never had any issues with my M4. Never did. And I even did the due diligence when I got back to the fucking base, or when I got to an area that was secured, when I had some downtime for a few hours, and busted out the cleaning kit and cleaned it up. No issues. WD-40 works wonders. And then threw some CLP on there, ready to rock. But I don't think I ever had an issue. Now, M203s, oh my god, dude. On the M4 when they first came out, falling apart and shit. That's what the big issue was back in the day, is guys were firing their fucking M203s using the short with an M4 with a safety clip on there, and they were popping off their fucking off the tubes. So they would fire and they would fall off. So that was one of the bigger issues back then. They had to get safety wired because the quick clip on there was faulty. But yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. Who cares? You lost. Again, I kind of feel sorry for them. They were making all that money in other places, especially within the special operations community, when it came to the law enforcement portion of like CID and all those guys, MPI. The guys that do carry, they all carried Glocks. So it's not like the military. It's not like they totally lost out on the contract, if that makes any sense.
No, I agree.
They did have a, like you said, if they missed the suspense, then they should have fucking missed. They should have gotten it in time, but I just think it's funny that fucking they were already making money and they're whining about not making money.
So here's the other thing about that is that, like CID is carrying whatever they want.
Oh, hello. God, man.
Lost you, brother.
Lost you, man. Dude, what's going on? Yeah, it's the webs right now, dude. It's really bad. I guess there's looking at some weather report. I guess through the looking at the weather radar here. It's not good for the webs.
I'm blaming your weather.
I'm blaming your weather. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Spanky?
I can hear you just fine, darling.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Grey Cloud? How about you? Can you hear me?
Got
now?
you.
Okay, cool. You're rocking too, Mike Golf, right? You can.
I got you, Ice.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
Yep.
This weather shit's fucked up, dude. I'm trying to fucking find it.
Well, hat stuff earlier.
That's what it was. That's what I think we're getting. Fucking. I think Mohammed, what's his nuts, is fucking. His crew's fucking trying to. We're getting droned or some shit. Something about ready to happen to my system here, and lightning been striking and all that shit, man. So the radar looks pretty. Yeah, exactly. It's looking pretty crappy. So there's some small microcells.
Mother Nature is against us.
It is, dude. Mother Nature can be a fucking bitch, straight up. So
I know I've had to miss a few shows because of weather here.
Well, I know. Well, because you're fucking I think it's because it's liberal land where you're at. So I mean, sorry.
Oh no, this is absolutely a red state.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where you were at? My bad. Where you were at? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. I forgot. Now your new location is yeah, exactly.
Tim Black in a Facebook live chat. Jones with the Duke system.
Whoa.
Damn it. Ice, turn off the CVRJ.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Warlock activated. What? I can say that. You can say that. You just can't talk about it. You can say the name, but you can't say the name. And what it does.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. There, cleared. Hey, so speaking of, so what's the status on your fucking ride, dude? I know you like walking around and you're showing off your fucking your thin physique, man, because you've been riding your fucking bike, training up. So
goddamn right.
So what's up with that?
Hashtag fit for 40.
Fucking A, dude. Rocking.
So I've made some modifications on my bike. I haven't been on the bike out on the road lately. I got a new set of wheels. I got a new gear cassette for it. I need to get new brakes. And it's been hot as shit here, so I haven't been outside riding.
Yeah. So how are your compadres doing? Have they progressed? And you know, I'm waiting. You know, waiting to see what.
Mud Puppy is doing his stationary bike thing.
Oh
So
my
he's actually
God!
on
Still?
his bike.
Oh my God!
On a stationary stand in his living room.
Oh, that's.
I think he's using it to power his computer so that he can be on WTF Nation Radio.
Dude, he's. Oh, I told him about that, dude. I said, get out there and fucking ride because it's gonna be different. I know Minx has been riding. She said she had a like stop one time because she was riding and got too fucking hot and she was getting dehydrated.
Yeah.
So
it's heat is a huge factor here. I mean, you go outside here where we're at, where Mud Puppy and I are.
Yeah.
And you damn near burst into flames.
I was about to say, dude,
it's a song.
Yeah, it is. So 428 miles. And
424 miles.
24 miles, I'm sorry. And then you're going to ride from
Nine Line Apparel in Savannah.
Yep. And then you're going to hit Stewart. And then you're going to ride the way the fuck up to Gordon.
Yep,
and then
all the way up to the Signal Center of Excellence.
Of course, the Cyber Center too as well. And then you're gonna go down the highway to Columbus, Fort Benning, and then stop at Ride on Bikes, and then get tore the fuck up and have a big party and all sorts of shit. Man, fuck, I can't wait. Excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
You dirty bastards!
I know, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Come on, Great Cloud.
I'm about to say, Great Cloud. Why can't you go, dude? You want to go?
Come on.
No, not the ride. I mean, you can just hang out the party. I'm not riding the motherfucker. I'm like, no way, dude.
Not.
Like, no, I'm gonna be like, what? Somebody say beer? I'm gonna be right there with the fucking beer and chow. Where the food is at, man.
Beans and bullets. That's all I need you for, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, I'll provide you some beer if you're not. I mean, just tell me what kind of beer you want at the end.
A cold one.
Exactly. I'm about to say, Mud Puppy, you better get on a stick, bro. You're fucking flat dicking, riding around a goddamn indoor shit. Indoor stationary bike. Oh, I've been training. No, you're not. That's not training.
I'm training.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been on a stationary bike lately because my bike is not in the condition that I want to ride it in.
Well, I should not break balls on Mud Puppy if he wants to fucking. I mean.
But the gym here.
Yeah.
I did a Facebook Live video of me riding that stationary bike, and Cuffs will tell you because she watched it. It is no joke.
Oh.
It was almost man.
You've thrown videos.
It looked like I was in a wet T-shirt by the end of it.
Well, guys, my golf and his wet T-shirt concert, my golf. Yeah, dude. Hey, dude. I mean, it's awesome you guys are doing this for a worthy cause. Of course, to remove the stigma and let everybody know that it's okay to be a functional veteran. So, nothing wrong with that. But I mean, I'm not gonna ride.
Get up there.
No, I'm not gonna ride. No, I'm not gonna ride all that fucking way to no. Hey, good on you. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be enjoying the trip from watching you guys on whatever, and then at the finish party when we were sitting there and getting drinking a couple beers, and I'm sitting there getting fat. So what's going on? How you doing? Good job, guys.
Are you gonna do TDY?
I might. You never know. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, no joke. Cuffs, your fucking comment. Phrasing, please.
What'd she say?
She wrote.
I can't see the comments.
She writes in the Mixer chat. She goes, "No joke. My golf was fucking," and then putting in some work. Spanky's like, "I'm glad you finished that. I hit enter by accident." Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Watching that video there, huh? I'm telling you, man, you're throwing that old man fucking appeal out there, dude. You have, like I said, you've lost a lot of weight too. When you first started, and then you started doing the show. Holy shit, dude! And you did you quit smoking?
Fuck no.
Oh, I was about to say, dude, I think you quit smoking. Man, I wish I could smoke. I want to smoke. Oh, I don't. I should, but I shouldn't want. Never mind. I'm not gonna say shit.
I'm gonna have to quit for this ride though.
Well,
there's to ride 424 miles on a bike doing 63 miles a day and smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cuss is fucking with their hands and shit.
Not gonna.
So right now, I guess we're talking about, everyone's talking about this latest fucking ballistic missile that praise fucking Kim Jong-un has fucking launched into, again, the Sea of Japan. And then, of course, everyone's talking about a preemptive military strike. And then, you know, I think our prez needs some help with some of the speeches and some of the things that he say, or descriptions. How do I say that? When he says
You
that,
think?
well, he just said we're going to do some pretty severe things to North Korea. Dude, you own the most powerful military force in the world, America, number one, and you say, yeah, we're gonna be pretty severe.
What the fuck does that mean?
I know. So I guess that's what he's saying he's considering for North Korea, but of course everyone's talking about the risk being so high that it's more likely the unlikeliest options, and so somebody was talking about a possible course of action would be a surgical strike aimed at the North's partially hidden nuclear and missile force, and is unlikely to destroy the arsenal or stop its leader Kim Jong-un from swiftly retaliating with a long-range artillery that could kill a stunning numbers in South Korea. See, first off, motherfuckers pack themselves in the goddamn city so fucking much. You would think moving to the mountains would kind of help, but I mean, me never been in Korea before, I wouldn't know this. Is there room, Spanky? You've been to Korea. Is there room to fucking move around and shit and kind of like run?
It depends on what part of Korea you're in.
So like if you're
it really does.
So like if you're in Seoul,
be prepared to get hit by a bus.
Okay.
That's just all I'm saying.
All right, there you go. Motherfuckers be running and shit. So yeah, so everyone's talking about an all-out conflict would ensue, and then of course, our awesome Mad Dog Mattis Sective said that it's going to be all-out war, catastrophic. And he said it's time has arrived, is what the president said, to fucking confront North Carolina. North Carolina. North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I was about to say that's North Carolina. Off of Rancier, you get the best haircuts on North Carolina.
Yeah, that's a war zone in itself.
Yeah, I was about to say North Carolina. Praise. Oh man, did you see the?
It's all the same.
It's all the same. Did you see the size of that North Carolina? Hell yeah, dude. Anyways, so he even said he didn't want to talk about it, what he has planned, but it's pretty severe things. It's pretty severe things that we're thinking about. Dude, come on, man. Be more angry, I guess, or more eloquent in the shit you're gonna do to a country that's been fucking around. I have some pretty severe things.
He has stronger words for CNN.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
Body slam them on a tweet.
Oh my god, I love it. We'll get to that in a minute. He didn't mention which severe option he's weighing in, of course, because due to the fact that on the 4th of July, go figure, they fucking launched a missile out and landed in the sea in Japan. And he even said that's a shame that they're even behaving this way. They're behaving in a very, very dangerous manner, and we have to do something about it that's huge. No, he didn't say that's huge. And he's referring to North Korea's test launch. The ICBM was launched on a lofted trajectory that fell short of Japan. And U.S. analysts calculated that it launched in the standard attack trajectory, it could hit Alaska. With further testing, they say North Carolina, sorry, I just like saying that now, will achieve even longer ranges. So every one of these things are fucking a missile test that's going to test whatever, Il Dong, whatever they want to fucking missile they want to call it. And everybody knows about the 28,000 soldiers. God, dude, 28,000 troops, and then tens of thousands of American civilians. There's people that I guess that, just like Germany, they've gotten out in Korea and stayed there. Like, how do you hang out there? I mean, if you're like, how do they let you do that? They let you get out in Korea, Spanky?
Yes, you can retire, you can get out, you can ETS even in Korea. I actually had a couple of soldiers that I worked with do that while they were there. And there are a lot of retirees over there too.
Oh my God.
That decided to stay. I actually, one of my jobs when I was over there during my second tour was doing casualty reporting, and one of the classifications that we had to do casualty reports on were retirees that were over there. They just died from natural causes because, that happens. when you get old. But if they did, then we would have to do casualty reports on them too.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you basically had to account for American citizens overseas then. That's
yes,
crazy.
if they were, a soldier that retired over there, then yes, we would. We'd have to do a casualty report on and send it up to DA.
I don't get that. How fucking people could? I guess I don't know. There's people that retire in Germany too, so.
Yeah, same difference, and we just have to send it up so they could notify their next of kin if they weren't living over in Korea, because not all of them were married, so their next of kin wasn't always in Korea.
Ah, gotcha. So what is normally the case? I mean, do the guys just like end up being there and freaking? They just stay there? And shit? I mean, how do they?
Yeah, they did. Like they just stayed there. One of my friends, her name is, I'll just say Julie.
There you
go. I'm not going to give out her name on air.
Please don't.
But she only did 4 years over in Korea, and she decided to stay, and she is a teacher over there now, and she stayed over there, and she still lives there, and
wow,
loves it.
How do they look at? Wow, holy shit! Yeah, you're right. I've heard about people do that. Somebody stay in Korea to work at CIF or range control. I've seen people do that, and see people do that in Germany.
And she has no affiliation with the military or an American government job or anything over there. So I don't think I would personally want to do it, but some people do.
Oh,
is she teaching English?
Yeah, praise. Sorry.
She actually is.
Oh, okay.
And I do know a lot of people that, kind of did that. They probably weren't supposed to. I know you're supposed to have different kinds of visas and this, that, or whatever to do it, but hey.
I wonder if South Korea has a illegal immigration issue.
As far as what?
Americans overstaying their visa.
Probably.
Are they going to build a wall?
Well, the wall that they have actually is pretty heavily mined, and actually, I think they should emulate that wall over here. Fuck that. And all that shit. That's why it's all got to play about that.
Fuck it, build a wall and make North Korea pay for it.
Yeah, dude. I don't see why they couldn't have to pay for it. But again, I was just wondering how. Yeah, exactly that. There's the same thing. CSMs that retire there and own bars there. Of course, they own bars there.
Of
course. We finance E1 and up. Your LES is your credit.
And that's the reason why we have rations over there. And I can only buy 3 bottles of liquor a month.
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like that in Germany, too. You had ration cards and shit. Because to buy a carton of cigarettes in Germany, you literally have to take out a fucking a farmer's loan to buy a carton. And so I used to buy fucking cartons all the time. And some of my German friends would be like, and my German family members would be like, oh, yeah, you get to buy some cigarettes. Or you give them a gift of like Jack Daniels in Germany, and you give like a bottle, and like 4 or 5 years later, the bottle's still there.
You're a family friend for life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. And the bottle's still there and shit. They only sip at it at special occasions. They don't, they don't get drunk. But yeah, you know what? You're right. That's a good story. I'm glad you brought that up, Falcon. There is a story right now that's kind of hit on July 4th, which kind of pissed me off that they put it on July 4th. What's going on right now in the Army is taking a step back and looking at awards that should have been awarded to individuals that, but due to the fact of bureaucracy, butthurtness, whatever, like Aaron Strawn said, cab chasing motherfuckers who think they were trying to create some sort of legacy for themselves. There are yeah, exactly. You don't deserve that award, even though the guy fucking saved some people. There was 4 soldiers that were with the Joint Security Force Company at the United Nations Command Security Force, and they were responsible for securing the border. And then on November 23rd in 1984, a Soviet citizen on a North Korea-sponsored tour of the demilitarized zone sprinted towards and then over the MDL. And the North Korean troops fired on the guy and then pursued him over the border, drawing a response from UN forces, right? So the soldiers assigned a quick reaction force and loaded up fucking trucks. And then this fucking little PFC, armed with an M16 and a fucking .45 caliber handgun, fucking went out there, and these guys right here set up the QRF, encircle the North Korean platoon that dug in on the site of a swimming pool that wasn't fucking finished yet, and fucking engaged the motherfuckers and shit, or ready for them to engage. So this is fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. One of the guys is who is now a future fucking Sergeant Major, a member of Delta Force, Rick Lamb, saw the defector hiding in the grass, and he's right there and didn't see nobody, and it's a good thing he wasn't a North Korean, because I would have been dead. And the man was accorded to safety, and the ceasefire order came after the encirclement. So the North Koreans were allowed to cross back into their homeland. So 3 North Korean soldiers died during the incursion, as well as Corporal, I'm not even going to pronounce his name, and there were some individuals that were wounded. So for his actions, this dude and this fucking other guy got a fucking Army Commendation Medal with V device, because, you know, they're like, no big deal. Well, everyone's going through and looking at the story of the write-up and details of this thing happened. Holy shit. The guys were awarded a Silver Star. Dude, a Silver Star, man. He says he doesn't understand, and he jokes about how Army officials tried to deliver a Silver Star, but they came up empty. And then he says, wait a minute, if I owed the Army money, they would have found me real quick. So he was kind of like laughing about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's talking about that, all that shit. Dude, I think that's fucking awesome. That is badass. The Army's trying to do that shit.
Trying to give credit where credit's due and right the wrongs that commanders have done in the past.
Oh my god, I know, dude. Old news, but did you guys discuss the military taking back the enlistment bonuses a while back? We did discuss it, and now of those bonuses that were taken back, now the Army's paying them back. The Pentagon is paying them back of the ones that they recouped. So
yep. Talking about the California National Guard.
Yeah, the
guys?
California National Guard enlistment bonuses and shit, and then they're not getting it back. So yeah, dude, I think that's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up, Malcolm. That was some good shit, dude. I'm glad the military's done that shit, because I think that, you know, honestly, I don't know how many awards I have heard about or I've seen stuff happen that I know I have written personally for individuals, and I know others have written for other Joes, and because of the fucking hate, then, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it too, well-deserving soldiers getting their fucking awards fucking downgraded and shit because of, you know, fucking drama.
I've been a victim of that. I had a good conduct medal downgraded to denied.
What?
Oh yeah.
You had to have received UCMJ to not get it.
No, I got a letter of reprimand. I got a relief for cause.
Oh damn, dude! Come on, that's not good conduct material. You had to have been like convicted, or you had to have gotten like some UCMJ shit. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it was soldier bowed up on me, and I went chest to chest, helmet to helmet with him. Told him that if he wanted to try me, I'd beat his ass, bury him in a desert. Nobody'd ever fucking find him again. He went and told the first sergeant, who told the sergeant major, who told the battalion commander, started a 15-6 fucking investigation. Right?
Damn, dude.
The investigating officer told me, well, I don't see that you really did anything wrong. Okay. I got a letter of reprimand. I got a relief for cause. I got denied a good conduct medal and removed from the company.
Damn, dude. All because the soldier was being a punk?
Because the soldier was being a punk.
See?
And the day that I went chest to chest, helmet to helmet with him was the day I found out I made the 7 list. Right? So I get promoted because they didn't take away the promotion. I get promoted. This motherfucker goes to jail for domestic violence because he tried to run his wife over with a car, and then he went AWOL.
Jesus, dude. Holy crap.
Because all they did was the leadership, instead of backing me up and giving me like a counseling statement that says, hey, don't do that shit again. They reinforced to this kid that he could talk to his leadership any fucking way he wanted.
God dang, dude. Holy crap.
So, yeah, you want to talk about people getting butthurt and hate and having awards downgraded? Yeah, I had a good conduct medal downgraded to denied.
It's so automated nowadays, dude. It's unreal. Like, it literally is so automated. You literally have to go out of your way to not get a to get it denied. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to deny as a first sergeant a good conduct medal, I have to find the document to literally say no. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think they missed that when they did up my DD-214. So, fuck them.
No, I'm just thinking about the whole fucking drama of this shit. The guy's fucking, you know, I'm trying not to reveal too much, but if I say what I'm gonna say, I will I will
Don't do it.
I will out a lot of things.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
The whole award system is just fucking screwy.
Well, I will say this: it's fucked up that we have to have award boards. You know what I mean? There's somebody that there's somebody that says, "Hey, there's an award that needs to be done. We have to have a board for it."
Well, here's a funny one. Here's another one that happened to me. A Purple Heart, right? It's a pretty straightforward fucking award.
Yeah, wounded. There you go.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I get blown up in Iraq. I take shrapnel to the fucking ankle, but it doesn't penetrate. It's just like a blunt force trauma wound. But it still hurts like a motherfucker. My foot swells up to the size of a football. I can't get it in a fucking boot. I'm on a 30-day fucking profile. I can't do shit. So the awards clerk submitted my Purple Heart, which was denied because it wasn't a penetrating wound.
Yeah, and now they're no comment. Now they're talking about giving fucking Purple Hearts for fucking PTSD shit. I'm serious, man. I'm not joking. See, that's what I'm talking about, the award system, man. Fucking motherfuckers don't know. That's right then and fucking there. That's why I think soldiers need to have fucking cams just like law enforcement, because they there's people like not there. Let's talk about the fucking story of Pat Tillman. You want to talk about that shit? Yeah. The same fucking thing. That whole fucking bullshit drama of what happened to him and the cover up leading up into it after he was killed. Everyone doing the ooh rah rah flag waving shit and fucking giving him a silver star for doing whatever, and come to find out it was fucking friendly fire.
Yeah.
So no, fuck that, dude. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that have been injured with that shit. That have been hit. I've known some individuals myself that have been injured, like literally, like you just said. Something blows up and a piece of metal flies and hits the guy in the fucking face and gets up and he's got a scratch across his face, but it's because it looks like a scratch. It looked like he scratched his face on his own. It looked like like you said, but it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't penetrating. And that took drama for that. That's why I don't like the fact that it's usually, I think there should be like a guy who's really senior. There should be like a W5 or a W4 that's with a unit that just watches, like the observer or something like that. So that way when he goes out and sees shit happening, he can actually fucking say, yep, that happened. There you go. Because you got captains and company commanders that are in there that are so fucking risk adverse and shit that have only been in the Army for like 6 fucking years and have just got out of fucking college, and they're now having to deal with a first sergeant who's saying, hey, sir, this needs to happen. No, God damn it. And I'm going to take your jobs and all this other shit.
And then on the opposite side of the flip side of that coin is you got these guys that are hunting these fucking awards.
Oh yeah.
Like the cap.
Yeah.
I had my sergeant major was a fucking cab hunter.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
He's the trail vehicle in a 4-truck convoy. And well, no, he was the second truck in a 4-truck convoy. IED hits my trail truck. I'm the lead truck. Kills the fucking TC in that truck, and the sergeant major tries to convince everybody that he was within 50 meters of the IED blast, so he should get a cap.
Oh wow, I know a sergeant major who got a Purple Heart when he got his hand nicked by road debris running away from a fucking. He got a Purple Heart for driving away from the enemy after an IED, and it wasn't attributed to the IED. It's just his hand was outside the vehicle, and debris was kicked up from the vehicle in front of him, and it hit his hand. And then it's like, oh, Purple Heart.
Why the fuck would you have your hand outside a vehicle in a combat zone anyway?
Just fucking,
dumbass.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
But no,
Oh, I know.
How shitty of a leader do you have to be to try and take advantage of one of your soldiers getting killed?
Yeah.
So that you can hunt a fucking award.
Yeah, exactly. No, a lot of them do that. A lot of them are like that. A lot of leaders. I know fucking. Hey, I mean, I know I brought up a sore fucking subject with some people. There's some retirement awards that I know that should have been given to some individuals that fucking earned it, and because of their rank, well, this guy served. This guy was only in the unit for a certain amount of time. The guy was in the fucking army for 25 fucking years. You're gonna give him. You're not gonna give him this Legion of Merit or give him a fuck. You know what I mean? No, we're gonna downgrade it to fucking MSM or ARCOM. I'm like, the guy was in the army for 25 fucking years. Okay. I know, Great Cloud. You're shaking your head because you know you've seen this shit too.
So here's my two experiences with this. There was this second tour in Iraq. Our sergeant major, no shit, his vehicle got blown up. It peeled back the top of his 1114. Yeah, killed the gunner, killed the driver. His Purple Heart was awarded to him by Condoleezza Rice while he was recovering at Walter Reed. They posted pictures of it. And he had lost so much weight going through recovery that when I saw the photos posted around the FOBs and whatnot,
yeah,
I had asked somebody who it was.
Oh shit! Damn, dude.
He wasn't fat. I mean, he was a ginormous man. And he'd sit down with soldiers and have chow with them. He'd tell them, just ask them about their day and how they were doing.
Yeah.
The other side of that was that same rotation coming up towards the end of it. You know, they're doing awards and shit. A sergeant first class, rather, check that, an E7.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yep.
His only job was to liaise with the KBR defect personnel and to ensure that there was a head count soldier there for each chow time. I, as a young specialist, or junior specialist, senior specialist, was running my platoon because all my guys were out. So I was signed for the radios. I was signed for the trucks. I went to the meetings to make sure my guys had their shit, and I went to pick up their fucking mail. And I was told that the level of responsibility that E7 had was much greater than what I had.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've heard that one too, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
The conclusion that all I ever need to tell myself and to not make it as bitter as I know I earned my shit at least.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
exactly
about the system.
Exactly that. You know what I was about to say, because Tim, you brought up a good point, and Dave, you brought up a good point. Motherfuckers talking about back when the Iraq War and Afghanistan first kicked off. When you got a Bronze Star, you fucking got a Bronze Star. I'm not belittling the Bronze Star right now, but there's so many individuals that have cheapened it. I've known PAOs that have gotten Bronze Stars just for printing a fucking paper.
I watched an S6 captain get a Bronze Star because he played fucking Call of Duty for 12 months.
Level of responsibility, right?
Never mind, the sipper never fucking worked. But goddamn, he prestige 10 times.
The S6, that's right, Tim. It sucks, man. Well,
That's about the only time I've ever seen awards system in Call of Duty translate directly into the real life award system.
We're just given for everybody. Yeah. Except half these motherfuckers wouldn't go outside the fucking wire to get those same awards. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What's that? Are there still units with sand pits where rank means nothing if a first sergeant put you in there? Yes, but now it has to be modified. I know some units have fucking like challenges. I had challenges that if I told you what that challenge was, it would out me because it was a specific challenge, and then it would be a smoker, and then I would tell motherfuckers to shut the fuck up. So, Oh shit! Hey, we gotta fucking take a break. Damn it! Fucking blabbing about awards and being all bitter and salty. I gotta fucking, I gotta fucking take a break before I go fucking, go through my records and say, God damn it, motherfucker. So, y'all joining us right now for Sergeant's Time. Thank you for joining. 6 July 2017, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a break and cut you guys off of Facebook Live. However, if y'all go into the to Mixer, you can check us out and listen to all the drama and the music and all the shit talking that we say that we will get probably banned on fucking Facebook Live. So with that, let's get some shouts. Shouts.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Welcome back to the part 3 of Sergeant's Time on this 6th July. A couple days after all of freedom celebrating.
This is where we start telling dad jokes.
Oh, well, what? Somebody talking some smack about some dad jokes? What happened? I'm sorry. What I miss? I missed some shit? What happened? I see y'all like fucking goofing off on the cameras and shit there, trying to distract me. I was like laughing at you guys making faces at each other. I was like, fuck, and I was like, oh shit, it was almost time to fucking come out the break. Hey, so I'm gonna do some housekeeping. Hey, so the boss is gonna be on vacation, so
we're gonna be running this shit.
We're gonna be running this shit, yeah, indeed. We're gonna be goofing off and pretty much, I don't know, causing trouble and shit. I mean, I guess that's what you'd say. So, on Saturday well, go ahead.
As long as we don't get kicked off a Mixer, we'll be all right.
I think that's what I think he was just like, fucking don't get kicked off. Man, I don't think he gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck either. I mean, Mixer is a great platform and all that sort of stuff. Hey, love you guys on there that you're coming on, that you guys are understanding. We're getting a good following on it, which is not bad. We totally appreciate your patronage every time we come on. The Mixer audience, guys, if you guys don't know, if you're new on Mixer, you understand that this is a veteran-run, veteran-owned, and a veteran-hosted show. Everyone here is affiliated or has been in the military or currently, like our guys right now, are still in the Army. Then we can get in trouble and motherfuckers want to try to join us because they want to try to find out who we are. Fridays we have a Friday Night Freedom with Red Leg and Minx, and Saturdays Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy. Sunday the Stoners. Monday is Monday Night Edition with Red Leg. Tuesdays Tied Up Tuesday with Guns and Minx. Woo woo woo. And WTF Wednesdays with Jim Beam. And then back to Thursdays at Sergeant's Time. So this Saturday we're going to have Corey Schaefer, founder of the Till Valhalla Project. And the Till Valhalla Project is a new program aimed at providing memorial plaques at no cost to the families and fallen heroes, and they service members or law enforcement officers or first responders. The DA has now authorized the Hammer of Thor and Odin to be on headstones. Yes, I said that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, and another thing I wanted to say is, fuck you, Evan Friel. You can kiss my fucking ass and suck a dick. Evan Friel, if you guys don't know who the fuck this guy is, he's the one that goes on and trolls every single post that we have, memorializing soldiers who have died in the line of or have decided to take their own lives. What this guy likes to do, Evan Friel, this dickbag, likes to go on air or go on the fucking pages and troll these groups and say, hey, that's not what it means when people say Till Valhalla. So he did it again on a couple of our memorial posts that we did already for soldiers that were killed in the line of duty. Whether you think it's fucking all about whatever, Evan Friel, suck it. I don't give a fuck. Bam, ICE, you are in violation of the Mixer morality statute. Hey, Mixer guys, just letting you know that this guy is trolling fucking... I don't give a fuck what you feel about award, but when there's family members that go onto the main page and go onto the radio page and like to pay their respects, that's where we kind of draw the line of you. We'll talk shit about everything else, and we'll be cool. We'll say, hey, we're sorry, we didn't mean to say that. Or hell, we've even retracted a fucking story, or have retracted some information and had somebody resign from our admin staff. But the one thing you don't fucking do is come onto our fucking page where people are trying to pay respects, and then, how can I say this? Disrespect. So yeah, exactly.
Nitpick and split hairs over your fucking Viking mythology.
Yeah. This guy has apparently spent countless hours from his mom's basement to discuss. The guy's married too. I think he's got a kid. But anyways, that's not my point. My point being is that, hey, fuck you, Evan Friel. You come on here to talk some shit. Yeah, you're doing it at the wrong spot. So that kind of reminded me of what he was doing that, because of the last post of the soldier that was killed in Afghanistan, he posted some more shit, and I'll be honest, that sets us the fuck off, because dude, really, yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Next Thursday we have actor and our Army veteran Chris Brunetti. Chris Brunetti has been coming on Sergeant's Time, and this guy, I tell you what, started off small in Hollywood, being part of some movies that you may know, like Max, movie about the military working dog whose owner got killed in war, and then the brother of the kid. Great stories. Also has been on Army Wives and has been a technical advisor for Army Wives. And then this dude has a little movie that we had on there about Glass, which talks about domestic violence. But what this kid didn't tell us that he was doing, this fucker's on House of Cards. That's what he's going to come and talk about.
Are you fucking kidding?
He's on House of Cards. So our little Chris Brunetti, aw, he's growing up on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. So we're excited about having him on. Monday, Deputies Hook 'em and Book 'em. Dude, these guys are fucking hilarious, man. These guys will...
Yes.
Oh, dude. I can't stop laughing when these guys come on. They clown us. They clown each other. They clown themselves. They'll be back, come back on to let us know what they've been busy and what they've been working on. And of course, always pushing the message of humanizing the badge, because ICE loves MPs, and also we do too, to show that cops are just regular people who laugh, cry, and have a sense of humor. So awesome. Brooke Brown from Hope 22. Now, Jay Reddy went out and made a trip to War Horses for Veterans, in one of our favorite organizations, and met Brooke Brown from Hope 22. And Hope 22 is a photography project inviting veterans to share personal stories and bring hope and inspiration to others. And they're currently seeking veterans of all kinds of backgrounds to kind of like share their personal stories and be willing to have their picture taken by one of the photographers and have their photos publicly displayed. So excited about having them come on too. And then John and Allison Purifoy from Roses on Red have been on here before. I think the last time, they were here about a year ago, and now they're going to be talking about their new single, Vultures. And it's awesome, telling us what's been going on. So always know that we have a show. Yes, the DFAC is under construction still, so don't worry about that. We're still rocking the. We're still deciding what type of how can I say, motif to go with. So, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, it's awesome. Roses on Red, yep. Keel haul him under my Jeep. Well, see, you were cool until you said Jeep. Sorry.
You hook him up to the Dreadnought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. The Dreadnought, man. Fuck. I didn't know they made trucks that big. Oh yeah, I didn't know they made trucks that big. Hell yeah. Hail to the king, baby.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, so it'll be awesome. So what's going on? Hey, Ron, what's going on? Whoa, what's There's something going on in the Facebook Live chats. You should roast some weeds. Weeds? No, that's the green room. They talk about that stuff. They talk about the cannabis analysis and CBD and cannabinoid type of rehabilitation for soldiers for pain management and behavioral health.
Sundays, man.
That's Sundays,
tune in
man.
on Sundays.
Yeah, tune in on Sunday. They had Evan Friel on. He was on here last time, and we're talking about all serious stuff and fucking, Sorens time shit and Sorens, and then that's it. So, but I'm freaking excited that our lineup is starting to get, and also everyone's doing their own projects during the summer, because that's when a lot of people like to do their shoots and all this other stuff. Trying to get some more people coming back on. Of course, always, you never know what you're going to get for a guest on WTFNationRadio.com, so it'll be pretty cool. U.S. Army WTF Moments. Yeah, so now going to again, I keep forgetting that our third segment has always been going through the inbox and going through the main page and talk about main page stuff. So that's why I wanted to bring up real quick. Fuck, I've been for real. That's one of the things that I cannot. You can talk about any other thing, you can have issues or something like that, but once you start disrespecting somebody's family, then that's when especially when they're trying to commemorate the loss, it doesn't matter. You don't go in there. It's almost like fucking Westboro Baptist Church bullshit. You know what I mean? So I fucking yeah. So another hot fucking topic right now is a thief steals money from the Disabled Veterans of America Hall. That's what the fuck, dude. In Omaha, Nebraska. Damn, dude.
Skin that motherfucker,
dude. Man, I don't know what's. Is it me or there's some like fucking anti-vet shit going on? There's like nobody has the class anymore to have the respect. And I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff we get in the inbox about people talking about what we've done or what we're doing and all that stuff. Of course, we always reach out to try to help individuals out. If you submit something to the inbox at U.S. Army WTF Moments, anonymity is always guaranteed. So don't sweat it. We will ensure that nothing happens and every information. And we will not take stuff down, though, once it gets posted. Sorry. Some of it's funny shit, and it's too good not to post.
It's, yeah.
I know we've had numerous threats. As a matter of fact, lately, we've had a specific member of a certain academy that just recently graduated that didn't like the fact that we posted something and demanded that we take it down.
I know which one this is.
Yeah, and then we had to use the big guns to come in there to quell this individual from getting all mad and demanding that they take it down. Well, then a CSM came in and threw in his shit and demanded that something get taken down. And I'm thinking, okay, look, if here's the thing: if we get, yeah, they do work over thieves as well. If we get a message that is genuine, like straight up no shit, if you kind of notice that you'll see some posts that'll come on, and then you'll see some posts that just all of a sudden disappear. Take for instance a lot of hate on the girl that everyone said was photoshopped on the 4th of July. She wasn't. We got other pictures of her, and she looked the same. She just looked like that picture, just the way the angle was and whatever. It looked like she was photoshopped. But there was other pictures that she had that looked like, well, I'll be damned. I guess she wasn't Photoshop. She just had some makeup on or some shit. She was getting a lot of fucking hate. Not everyone was talking about the fact that she was holding up the flag. Everyone celebrated. Because you notice on the 4th of July, we had a lot of 4th of July posts, right?
Yeah.
And so it was all American, you know. And I liked it. I like the American, you know, America. Who doesn't like America? So a lot of the flag waving stuff and all that. Yeah, that was, you know, I think appropriate for the day. I should say that. But when you start attacking individuals, then that's when to say that that person was getting attacked, like personally, like her own fucking Facebook was getting crazy and shit. Not as bad as all fucking our hopefully our future applicant, the spider eater. We're keeping an eye on you, Private. We're waiting for your application because she was trolling motherfuckers back savagely, and nobody stopped her. So yes, the occasional
application is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we know who she is. We're just waiting for her to enroll and all that, and then that's it. Why do we always post shit about? Okay, we post stuff about hair and we post stuff about uniform infractions. It seems like lately Joes are now walking around and they think that if they take their uniform top off, then that's it. They're good to go. That's like taking off the uniform top means that you can now walk around fucking Walmart looking like a fucking ass. And then you get mad at us for posting a picture of you looking like such ass. And then everyone's like, please take this down. Why? Because it's offensive and you're picking on me and you're whatever. No, you don't take your uniform top off and think that's like carte blanche for you to fucking do that. We have received so many fucking complaints. We've received information of individuals that do corrections and then nothing happens to their commands. Their first sergeant will be like, oh yeah, we got it, thank you. So now it would appear that the new on-the-spot correction is the main page. Somebody wants to correct somebody.
That's the game you want to play. We'll
fucking
play it.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I try, exactly, Spanky, I'm the same way. I really fucking try to not, because it's not going to do me any good, unless it's a good pick. But if it's a good fucking pick, and I send it, sometimes I've sent shit to the main page myself, and I'm like, look at this, guys, and
No,
what's up? Go ahead.
no, seriously, I'm retired now. I am trying to, be calm and do the things that my DD-214 lets me do now and not give any fucks. But every now and then, it's like I want to lose my shit because, it's not like, all of a sudden, like, the whole senior NCO thing, like, disappears. It's still in there. And I just have to remember, I'm fucking retired. I'm not supposed to care, but I do. And it doesn't disappear overnight. And I just have to, like, walk the fuck away. Because I live, I live near Hood. And I see it all the fucking time. And I just want to lose my shit every fucking day. I can't walk to the fucking gas station or, get out of my car without wanting to lose it every single day. And I have to remember, hey, you're not fucking Sergeant First Class Spanky anymore. You are, retiree Spanky. Like, get back in your car and don't let it ruin your day. But it's hard. It really is.
I just send it to the main page. I just say, hey, look, guys, check this out.
That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to start sending pictures and sending it to you.
Yeah, just send it to me and I say, hey, look, guys, check this out. Because I honestly think that now, because soldiers now have been given an official title by their leaders to disrespect everybody that is not their leader. So it's perfectly okay for a PFC to tell a buck sergeant, hey, I don't have to fucking listen to you. You're not my NCO. And I'm like, I heard this correction happening and it stopped me in my tracks. And then, of course, as soon as I turned around and they saw the diamond, they both fucking locked up. I'm like, what did you fucking say, Private? Nothing for Sergeant. Okay, Sergeant, carry on. Roger for Sergeant. All right, cool. Later. I'm going inside and getting some meat. But holy shit, dude! Really?
I heard an interesting theory about this back when I was a young soldier, going through AIT, and then when I got to my first assignment, and that the drill sergeants at basic training would put so much fear into the soldiers that are coming in for training and have never seen the Army or anything like it, that was the only rank that they knew how to fear, was that brown and what they were, because they were just the drill sergeant. They weren't staff sergeant, they weren't sergeant, they weren't sergeant first class, they were drill sergeant. That's who they were. So when they get to like AIT, right, and they're going through their classes and their training and they're dealing with other NCOs who are not drill sergeants, they don't know how to react a little bit because that's not their leader.
That's that's kind of a good point, because before I became a first sergeant and I was running around Rogue Master Sergeant, there was Joes that looked at me like I was Yoda, like I was, what the fuck is that? Is that how many stripes is he? Holy fuck! Because they're used to seeing the NCO of the S3 and then the Sergeant Major and their first sergeant. But when they see a Master Sergeant running around, they're like, yeah. You're right. I think you're right, because there was some Joes that I've experienced that when I put the diamond on, and they were, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Nothing, Master, First Sergeant Major. They didn't know how to act. You're right, and that is kind of a point. But that doesn't give Joe to be just kind of like, I don't know, they're just like fucking dumb. You know what I mean? They're dumb about it. And for some reason, I don't know where this profanity shit came out of the woodwork, because if you just came out of your car listening to fucking 50 Cent and Tech 9, and then you get mad at me when I say, get your fucking hands out your pockets.
Fuck off.
I'm just telling you, I mean, or like that one video that we had of that one. So, okay, let me tell you, there are some videos that we don't post because we have to do a good judgment call of an incident of a soldier that was being corrected. And it was, we kind of, well, actually, I didn't have anything to do with this, but the committee, I guess you would say, the elders the bosses decided, you know what, that might be a little bit too much, and it would provocate an issue instead of the correction. And the NCO was correct, but the way the soldier was filming and the way the soldier was depicting that NCO was making it sound like it was another issue aside from a on-the-spot correction. And the guy basically, and this was in Hawaii, the guy was a staff sergeant, soldier was a specialist, and she was speeding through the fucking parking lot. And he said, slow the fuck down. And then she parked, and she's like, what'd you say? And then he walked up to the fucking vehicle. I said, slow the fuck down. And immediately she said, don't cuss at me. Don't cuss at me. Get out of your car. Don't cuss at me. Get out of your car. Don't cuss at me. Now, get out of the car so I can give you a good ass chewing is what he said. It was actually a pretty good ass chewing, too. I liked it. I get kind of, as a senior NCO and I see sergeants being, sergeanting. Oh, man, it's like, oh, it's fucking, my
still does exist.
Yes, my fucking, my rank is like glowing. The diamond is like, oh, yes, good. Give yourself to the NCO side. I love it. I fucking love it. You know what I mean? When I see sergeants doing the right thing, correcting soldiers and all sorts of shit.
Enforcing the standard?
You're right. Enforcing the standard. And you know what? Some NCOs have different styles of doing it. Even says in the ADP and ADRP for leadership and mission command and leadership says specifically that there are different styles of leadership. Individuals are direct. I am a direct leader when it has to be, and I'm not a direct leader when I don't have to be. So if we're shooting the shit, we're in the smoke pit and all this other crap, great. But when it's time to fucking hit SP and we got to cross the LD, fucking all business. That's it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Are you up? Did you do your fucking pre-brief? Did you fucking do this? How are we looking at on fucking ammo and fuel and water? Blah, 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 blah. Did you do your con out? Let me see that. What'd you do your brief? Blah, 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 blah. Did you already give your brief? And blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know what I mean? That simple stuff that you just run through your fucking head. But again, you just saw me 20 minutes ago smoking smoking your cigarettes, and now I'm, yelling at you, even though you gave me a cigarette. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where you kind of have to fucking do whatever.
Mission mode and fuck up mode.
Yeah, exactly. Alpha 213 Aviation calling back motherfuckers on the 4th of fucking July, only to hear that they have a 0630 fucking recall formation the following day. Could have fucking done a little bit better than that. You don't call your soldiers in on a 4-day weekend on the fucking 4th of July to tell them that they're fucked up, and then now they have a 630 call formation. Well, guess what? The rest of the Army had 0630 work formation anyways, because it's fucking PT, right? So Alpha Company 213 Aviation on the main page. Shout out to you guys for fucking taking care of your troops. And to me, that's overreactive leadership right there. Knee-jerk reaction shit. That doesn't need to happen at all. The hair thing, hey, sorry, snooze you lose. A rake specific on what you can and can't have. I have to have my little fucking... my first sergeant idiot card with me, so that because back in the day we didn't know what the fuck was wrong, and so I will walk up to a soldier, and this will sort of kind of blow my purse. Like I have like a little a laminated card, and I walk up to a female soldier that looks like her hair's fucked up. I go, hey, come here. What's up, First Sergeant? You see this right here? Does your hair look like that? Well, no, First Sergeant. I think you need to get it that way, because I'm just showing you right here what the reg says. The reg says right here, right? You have to do that now because people take such offense and start fucking crying when a standard on-the-spot correction is done that we end up seeing on the fucking main page, like this chick with fucking chops hanging from the side of her fucking head.
Yeah.
Oh,
the kid showing up to basic training with a mohawk because he thought it was okay because he saw it on Call of Duty.
Well, that's Air Force too. That was the Air Force Academy. And the upperclassmen looked like Dennis Rodman. But anyways, yeah. So everyone says, well, and the Joe's like, well, the regulation said it's not specific. So I literally have to walk out with a how not to get in trouble with female soldiers' eyes when you correct them fucking card, and say, here, troop, come here, look at this like that, whatever. Now, if they're fucking cool about it, and usually I do, but whatever. But you gotta exactly that. You gotta get shit done. But it doesn't. When people are like, well, I'm just not gonna blow. It's your fucking job as a non-commissioned officer or a leader to do it. Hell, I've even seen warrant officers correct people.
That shit's funny.
Don't get me started on that shit.
No, because when a warrant officer, look, I'm gonna say it like this, and correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. If a warrant officer has to correct you, you really fucked up. Like you're really an ass bag if a warrant officer corrects you. Am I right?
Yeah. But here's what I take on that is I laid into a soldier one time. So badly that the lieutenant came to get me to make sure I was all right.
Wow.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna skin him like Predator or some shit. You know what I mean?
It all had to do with the way he addressed an email to me that came off very, very disrespectful. And I'll leave it at that. Down the stairs. Out of my step.
Okay. Well,
They didn't.
yeah. Don't want to reveal too much of your personal, dude. Shit. So what the reason why people were getting upset about some of the posts is because it was during and go we had posted, tell me a sentence that you could say during sex and at a family dinner. And that's what I got everybody.
Okay.
That's what I got everybody fucking lit the fuck up. And that's when we had the infamous lieutenant and the CSM fucking say that your posts are often hilarious, but your recent post about the sentences you could say at dinner or while having sex is getting very inappropriate. Please take it down. It is contradictory to the culture of respect we should be promoting. If you do not want to take it down, that's obviously your prerogative. But now I know I plan on reporting it, and you don't, and using it as a teachable moment with my soldiers. This is an excellent example of inappropriate use of social media, and one that is intolerable in the Army and decent human beings. Thanks for your consideration and happy 4th. I did not know Katrina Mork had a fucking sister.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Really?
Motherfuckers are hunting Orcoms.
No.
That's good. I will do that one.
Yeah.
Let me clue you in on something there, Lieutenant.
Oh man.
The code of military does not apply to U.S. Army WTF moments.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do our best to kind of like, and don't get me wrong, we report good shit and all this other stuff, but the 4th of July post, we appreciate everybody who sent in some pics for that day. It was good shit. I liked that. Everyone had a good time posting, looking at all the other little different gags. Once they saw that one post, the next thing you know, everybody started sending in their posts. Good deal. We got some posts from from downrange, but yeah.
it's one of those things where somebody sees something that they don't agree with, and you talk about different leadership styles. I've run into leaders in the Army over the course of my career where if they didn't have the UCMJ to back them up, they couldn't lead water out of a wet paper bag.
Oh, it's a lot of it's the NCO Academy / fucking OCS mentality / Warrant Officer School mentality / West Point. You can't say ROTC because ROTC guys are fucking college kids that just like, yeah, we're in. You know, they're glad they made it in.
Yeah,
but fucking
it's leadership by coercion.
Exactly.
Here's your bar.
Yeah, here's your bar. No way, dude. I got commission. You know, OCS guys, yeah, they still think that's fucking the merit system going on in the fucking academy or something like that when they come the fuck out. That's not the way Army life is. One of the posts that we had, one of the first one, of course, the guys doing the national anthem in the fucking barracks, and people got pissed off because we posted it and it was disturbing the barracks and all this other shit. And I'm like, are you fucking for real? The other one was the guys wearing the fucking shorts, wearing their kit, and the other one had, they had socks on, the red, white, and blue socks, red, white, and blue tank top, and boxers. And so now, of course, everyone's like, so flag shorts is now appropriate? It's just bullshit. You're doing wearing this stuff. So I'm like not taking the whole fun out of stuff. There's just sometimes, look, the Sergeant Major of the Army has a video of him dancing. Okay, are you going to say that he's disrespecting uniform because he can cut a rug? You know what I'm saying? He's got some rhythm. What the fuck?
I find that offensive because he's being unprofessional.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, oh, well, what is he doing? You showing the Sergeant Major in that light? We will not confirm or deny the fact. No, we will not confirm or deny the fact that he's an admin, but we will say that. Yeah, we'll just say that he's cool with us. How about that? I just can't fucking get that people are like, well, you know, you can't fucking post this shit and all this other stuff. So all the rumor mongering about him saying that, you know, if you post or like anything on U.S. Army WTF moments, it's all fucking false. I'm just shocked at the fact that there's individuals out there that really on the fucking 4th of July, that's like first sergeants and CSMs or the battalion commanders dressing up as Santa Claus, and they're desecrating the uniform because Santa Claus wears, this shit, and you know what I mean? It's getting stupid about that shit. Shut the fuck up. We don't care.
Use some judgment.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. If you think about this, some of the posts that are pretty fucking funny, awesome, great, good shit. Some of the posts that we get that we really, I'll be honest with you, we get some crazy ass fucking posts. We get, hey admins, check this out, and we're like, not safe for work. Do not open this file at work. Do not open this. Do not open at work. We have to warn we have to send flares, and me, because I don't usually check the inbox, or I don't check the chats. I'll go in there. Oh, what's this? Click. Oh my god, did you see this? And then Grey Cloud will be in there and say, hey Ice, we told you not to fucking go. Oh my god, look at that. I can't believe her ass looks like that. And
that's Mud Puppy in the chat today with his little fucking video.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck that dude.
Sergeant Major's doing Zumba. Exactly that. Exactly. Sergeant Major's doing Zumba. The world is going to end because Sergeant Majors are doing Zumba. I tell you what, there's some exercises out there that we used to make fun of that shit until the Sergeant Major brought his wife in, and she was like a spins instructor and an aerobic instructor, and she fucking smoked our bags, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. Don't talk shit about those exercise programs until you've tried it.
Yeah. You're just like, holy, and a one, and oh my god, fuck, man. I'm off the grid after this, but female enlisted cross swords. Let's go. Well, deal with it, man. They're in.
Hey,
that's it. Nothing you can do about that. There's a change that was going to happen. You know what? And real quick, before we sign the fuck off, let me ask you this. And somebody brought up a good fucking question that, you know what? I'm surprised we didn't talk about it. I think I'm going to research this for our next show. Why is it? No, because next week is Chris Brunetti. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to do some research on this stuff. Why is it that the Army is all... Oh, I don't want to say it. Never mind. Ice, you were invited. No, fuck it. How the Army will pay for one type of hormonal treatment, but won't pay for another. And that pisses me off. The Army will pay for one type of treatment, one type of hormonal treatment, and I won't say it because that way fucking Mixer won't get all fucking crazy. But I will say this: but they won't pay for IVF. They will not pay for in vitro fertilization for people who are trying to have kids. And that's where I think it's fucked up. If a couple wants to try to have a kid and they're trying to produce a child, why is it that the Army won't pay for those hormones or won't pay for that type of treatment, but they'll pay for something else? There you go. Was that as good? Was that clean? Was that?
That was about as clean as you could possibly get it.
Without getting too... Okay, good. I just want to double check that shit. Because what I'm talking about is about as fucked up as Sergeant Major's doing Zumba. I think fucking bullshit. You're going to pay for one type of hormonal treatment, but you won't pay for IVF. There you go. I didn't say what it was. So
you won't pay for IVF, but you will pay for my vasectomy.
Yes. There's a lot of... You know what I mean? So it's fucking...
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that...
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, and I know, but I want the point to be, everybody knows what type of fucking hormonal treatment that I'm talking about. I don't want to mince words, but Ice, you're in violation of the Mixer morality statute for talking about something that is going to get people upset.
Well, it's a Freudian slip.
Yeah, thank you for sharing us. Fuck, dude. You just spelled neighbor wrong too, Devs. Sorry. And let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, what was that in the Facebook Live? Red Leg. You know Red Leg. You really do? Okay. Oh yeah, I know Red Leg too. Everybody knows Red Leg. So
is that guy the same guy that keeps calling you Red Leg?
Well, everyone, when I imitate certain voices, people say I do sound like Red Leg, and I do. I listen to some of the shows again to QC my shit so I can stop saying the ums and the so's and all that, or likes and whatever. And I do kind of sound like him sometimes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
When he does that, oh yeah. Because we're both Duke Nukem fans is what it is. But no, just one of those things we want to consider, one of those things that you want to check out. And why does the Army pay for one set but not the other? Just asking a question. They don't want to say, oh, here we go on the Hank Hill. God damn it, fuck off.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. Shut up, Falcon. See, you got that. You popped the seal. Ain't no nan cutting on me, bro. Hell no, you ain't whacking my shit. Are you the same bows I've been whacking off of my tool shed? No way, dude. I am not. No, you ain't touching these, buddies. You ain't touching these little monstrosities. Nope. I want my swimmers to be intact. Ain't touching them. Bitch, you get cut up. How about that?
It's definitely safer for you to do it than for her.
Is it really? Is it safer for the guys to get done? Oh, well, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she immediately she shows her face. Yes. Holy crap.
Well, no.
You got on camera for that one.
Invasive surgery for us.
Is it invasive surgery? I thought it was like done laparoscopically, so it just goes through your belly button
Well,
and all sucks the fucker out.
Well, okay.
See,
I
there you go.
guess.
And for guys, what you have to do is you cut an incision, then you got to get the tube, and then pull it through the incision, and then pull it out with a hook, and then snip, and then cauterizes that shit. Yeah, so, yeah,
All right. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I just know I had it done, and I was out, and hey, and then I was on profile for like 4 weeks, so that took me out to fight for 4 weeks. So
for
I don't know how long it put Shell on profile for.
I was in and out in 15 minutes, and I rode a bicycle home.
Yeah, I was out in and out in about 30, and no PT for like 2 weeks, and I was back to running.
Really?
No, I was not. I was put under for even just that laparoscopic surgery that went in through my belly button.
No. They were talking about them. They're not talking about you.
So.
They're not talking about you. They're talking about what they went through. You relax. God damn, Spanky. You're like, you put yourself on.
I was mad because I didn't really want it done. I wasn't planning on having any more kids. I just wanted to renew my prescription for birth control, and they told me no.
What? They wouldn't renew your prescription for birth control?
No, because I still smoked, and I don't I guess over a certain age, because I still smoked, they wouldn't renew it.
Really?
And said yes, really. Well, I had a PCM, I guess, cared a little bit more because I still smoked. He would not renew it, and so that's why I had to go get my tubes tied.
Damn. Fuck. Well, I mean, apologize. I didn't know that fucking.
Well, no, I mean, it's cool and all, I guess, because I tried to get it done right after I had the girl. I knew I was done then. If they should have just, while they were in there doing all that, having a girl thing, but, hey.
Okay.
I had mine done because I got tired of having kids.
Oh, no, I want a whole fucking platoon, dude. I want a brigade of kids.
Why do I not doubt this?
I want kids. I want children.
Johnny Apple Ice over here.
Well, I mean, I do have 10 ex-wives, so
it can open up his own.
Exactly. I'm here to get a kid. No need to. Hang on. Here's a cup. Thank you. Trying to have a kid. Here's a cup.
Spread that shit far and wide.
Exactly. It looks like somebody blew their nose in here. Just take it. You'll be good.
You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
Ice is trying to give Genghis Khan a run for his fucking money.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love, dude, kids, man. It's your legacy, man. I want some children's.
Yeah, I'm good with 5, man.
Well, I mean, I have kids with multiple other women, but I'm just saying, having kids, man. There's nothing wrong with having kids. Those, man, I tell you what, Baby Ice is fucking, oh, man, he's fucking killing me. Ooh, dude, man. That little kid's active as shit. And little girls are, like I said, I got daughters too, and 1, 2, and 3 and shit. No big deal, right? Well, then fucking no problem, no issues and all that. But you have a little boy. Holy crap, man. That's a game changer, dude.
No kidding.
Tell
me about it.
Oh, Jesus. It's anger issues and when they say terrible twos, terrible fucking twos. Like 2 minutes after he was born. He was fucking...
It gets better when they're in their 20s.
Oh my God. I know. Sorry, Dad. I just knocked your bike over. Yeah. Okay, cool. And I did in your new truck. Oh my God.
But, mine's in Iraq.
Oh man, dude. Well, kids are awesome though. I mean, kids are awesome. I don't know. I just love kids. I like kids. I wouldn't mind shooting some more.
Kids are great. Child support sucks.
Yeah, well, yeah, child support does kind of fucking suck. I think I own the market on child support with that too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and compete with you on that one.
Everyone's like, baby ice will mellow out. Don't worry. He fucking headbutts me, okay? Oh, man. So anyways, hey, guys, thanks for joining us tonight on this 6th of July After Freedom show. Again, we thank you so much for supporting us and all that, and we appreciate y'all coming on, and to include the avid listeners for being so flexible in the ever-changing schedule that we're having. Don't forget, if you guys want to reply, you can jump on to WTFNationRadio.com and then hit contact us and then apply. If you were, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what's an immediate disqualifier. If you were a fucking troll in the chat room, you're probably not going to get fucking hired. How about that? Of the old. And yes, don't worry, we're in constant fucking rebuild of that shit. Be patient. It's going to take some fucking time to knock that out. The DFAC will be open, working at more shows, even during the day. So when that happens, then of course you guys will be appraised of all that. And then I guess that's it. Tomorrow's Friday Night Freedom with the boss, man. It'll be a good show too, because he likes playing games, trivia, quiplash, fibbage, trivia, murder porn. What's the other one? Yeah, he plays that. So and whatever the guest game is. So, anyways. Thanks for y'all coming on, and then, y'all have a good one, and shouts.
Shots.
Many motherfuckers
Reminds me of that fucking meme that was like, I don't text and drive because I don't want my mama to find my last text message about grinding down. The bitches, they love visuals.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
I look around this room and I see nothing but untapped potential.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
You have potential. You have... Oh, boy. Fury of a high nigga. When I get busy, throw your hands in the sky, nigga. I got the illness of the ill mentality. Niggas be grabbing me, knowing that they'd rather be stabbing me. All up in my back, trying to take my trap. When I used to sell crack, I ain't had problems like that. Street rules, watch your pockets and your jewels. A nigga front on the deck to the pool. Next when the move is getting blasted, stink sewer flows from the ill ghetto bastard. As I release masterpieces like adhesive, stuck to your ass like tissue when you're wiping fast. MCs have a hard time believing I'm marked for death, hard to kill like Steven.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
I make my money and vacate, evade prison. Went from the chosen one to outcast, unforgiven. And all I hear is seeing weed can't hide. The pain I feel inside, you know, it's like I'm living just to die. I fall on my knees and beg for mercy, not knowing if I'm worthy living life, thinking no man can hurt me. So I'm asking before I lay me down to sleep, before you judge me, look at all the shit you did to me. My misery, I rose up from the slums, made it out the flames in my search for fame. Will I change in the Wednesday?